Hello, and welcome to another episode of Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park, here on Dork Tales. I'm your storyteller, Kelly, and joining me tonight is the pack known as the Brewery Dogs, the Bitches of Brewery Park, or the Dogs of Brewery Park, depending on who you ask and how nicely you ask. How are you doing tonight, guys?
Good.
Pretty good.
Bye.
Good.
Cool. That was my quick way of making sure, because I forgot to test audio before we went live. So I was like, that bar is really quiet. So hey everybody, good to have you with us tonight. Why don't we go ahead and say hello? And just so everybody knows, I just want to remind people that this week we have a special charity stream on Tuesday. So if you can come and join us on December 1st, which is Giving Tuesday, we are running a one-shot Star Wars game. With several cast members from Dork Tales that's going to be using the Powered by the Apocalypse engine. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's raising money for WAVA, which is the Vancouver, it's a Vancouver Rape Crisis Center. So it's a great cause, and if you have any dollars to give, every dollar that you give will be matched. I'll tell you more about that after the break, but in the meanwhile, why don't we go ahead and say hello. Hi, Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine, and I play Megan Butler, the Uratha Ironmaster, the sneak one.
Hello, Amy.
Hello, I am Amy, and I play Kate Powers, the Aelidoth Ironmaster. I'm not sneaky.
No, you're
I mean,
talkie.
you could be.
No.
No, you couldn't be.
No.
That's fair. All right. Hello, Caitlin.
Hello, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Claire Iwatani, the Rahu Iron Master, and I'm punchy.
That's fair. And finally, hello, Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen, and I'm playing Brighton Lee, the Kahalis Stormlord. I'm kind of, I don't know, odd combo of things, but also trying to be alpha bitch.
I think you
We'll see
kind
if
of
that
got there.
works.
All
I'm
right.
getting there.
So going through the same list, what I want to know is it's a new season. 2 months have passed. We are now on a June 5th.
Ooh.
So we have advanced the timeline. We're in June 5th, 2020. It is a full moon, and I need to know who you are putting on the line tonight. For those of you unaware, putting on the line means that when the werewolves have a chance to lose control, I can call for a blackout, and to up the drama, I destroy a connection or the person that they put down on their index card. All right, so why don't we go through first person that has one? Let me know. 3, 2, 1, you.
Kate's doing her mom.
Holy crap. Mom. Okay, good. Kate, mom.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's time to up the ante.
With Kate's mom?
With Kate's mom.
Okay,
Yeah,
Kate's mom.
100%.
Everyone's got Kate's mom.
We all have Kate's mom. No, I'm gonna throw Link in there.
Oh my god, why?
Link!
It's because he got laid last season.
Owl
Or
boy.
mid-season.
Oh,
Okay, so I've got
no.
Megan and Claire, and I think
Break.
Claire's a different color, so that could be dangerous.
What?
Your card's a different color.
Oh, I got you. Oh, it is.
Yeah, I
gotcha.
ran out of the pale blue, or I grabbed the wrong stack, so I was
so
like,
we're more
this might
intense.
jinx you.
Oh
But,
no.
all right, Claire and Megan, what do we got?
Well, I was gonna continue with Marika.
Marika, okay. Do you have anybody who's not a werewolf?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I got my father.
He's
I've
in
got my
Japan.
family,
That
I
would have
don't
to be a
know
hell
yet.
of a death rage. He's raging on the plane the
Death
entire
rage, could you
time.
imagine?
Raging in customs.
Oh god, customs rage would be the worst idea. TSA rage. TSA rage.
TSA rage.
Lord.
We can let Marika ride if you want. I'm writing it down. All right, so you're gonna let her ride, but I promise that's gonna be awful if you kill her. Okay. And Megan, what do we got?
Ooh, well, everybody's kind of up the ante here, so I feel like Liz is maybe not the best character then, because
You could
or
also put Link.
best NPC because we haven't actually seen her yet. Oh god, I could also use Link.
Who's Liz?
What?
Who's Liz?
The one I've been putting on the line for the last like 5 sessions.
Your BFF from college who has never shown up. Okay, fair.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's not my fault.
You could call her.
That's true.
I don't have to manifest every plot line, okay?
I figure it happens off camera because it's just like a common thing instead of like it's not camera worthy.
I mean, you can just say that like I make a quick call
Yeah.
or something like that.
Okay.
But who do you want?
Oh, I'm trying to think of my NPCs. It's a problem that
There's
aren't.
so many. Daisy the dog.
No, that's like a final end of the
All
game
of your
sort
all
of
of your
thing.
pack is dead, but the dog's okay. That's what's important. Okay. So think on
Well,
that
no,
for a minute.
that would wreck Christine. So
I
that's
know.
an end of the season, end of like game thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually.
So you think on that for a sec. I'm gonna ask. All of you have your aspirations picked out.
I think I need to update
see.
mine.
Okay. So who is done with theirs?
Yeah.
Let me see. I need a quick moment.
Quick moment. Yeah, I know, right?
Quick
It's because we
moment. Oops, that's not
doop
it.
doop doop. So those of you at home, nice to see you back here. Thanks for letting us take a break last week and do some upkeeping, because that was very helpful. Because sometimes you just need to do some paperwork. Which reminds me, I have to other paperwork. Yes, Jen.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Link is on the line, but not Captain Mr. Sausage.
Okay.
No, they're one and the same entity. It's just a sock puppet account for Captain Mr. Sausage. There has never actually been a link. It's just
Oh my
see, that's
God.
the joke because it's a link sausage.
But that's the twist. Oh.
All right,
Oh.
so
Oh.
You know what?
Okay,
I
that
can't
just
think
did
of
me
anything. I'm just
egg.
gonna go with Liz still.
Liz.
Yeah.
All right, so Liz is on the line. All right, let's get some aspirations here. Throw the pen. I threw the pen. All right, cool.
Done.
It's done. Game's done. Bye, everybody. Okay. Someone on YouTube's gonna click off right there. That's fine. Click off. Only if you're a real fan, you'll stand.
Got
Okay.
it.
Who's got it?
I do. Me.
Okay, Caitlin, what do you got?
Yeah. So my aspirations are lose a fight still, hurt someone I care about, and my long term is reconnect with mom's side of the family because that's gonna come up. Damn it!
Well, I can guarantee you're gonna get one beat.
Heck yeah!
I need help coming up with my other short term.
That's okay. Give us your first two right now, and we'll figure out the last one.
So my long term is still become alpha because I haven't quite achieved that yet. I'm working on it. I'm very close, but I think that's going to be like an end of.
It's gonna be
maybe.
like in the next like 3 episodes, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Something needs to happen, I think, to solidify that. But and then my short term is make a good impression with another pack. I need a second short term.
Yeah, I also need another short term.
Freak out at somebody. Do something. Lose my job.
I mean, technically, I'm on CERB, so.
But you won't be by June because
Yeah,
Oh, true.
restaurants are open again.
It depends, honestly. If my place didn't like
Close down
close,
completely from like
Yeah.
going to business kind of thing.
That's true.
Right.
which it might
Um,
have.
Hmm.
I don't know. It was a dive.
I'm assuming Kate's going back to work, but maybe because she works retail type.
Also, because CERB continued, I mean, Brighton might have been like, "There's this kid to take care of," and maybe I quit.
I have a lung problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna.
something.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's probably what happened. Actually, is that she didn't
Also-
want to go back. She wanted to take care of the kid.
Oh, weird. Lyrics of War is having problems getting the.
There was some errors.
Is it because I updated the title?
Possibly it
so.
errored out
Shouldn't.
for me, but when I reset it, it worked. Same with Solomon. Or Solomon.
Solomon. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what's a good one, guys? Like, help me throw one out for Jen.
What about something to do with the kid? I don't know much about what we're doing with the kid right
Okay.
now.
That's true.
I took one of failing at dealing with the kid.
Okay. So succeed at dealing with the kid.
Yeah.
And I
Bond
haven't
with
been
child.
vocal about not wanting to
Bond
be a
with
mom,
child.
so
Bond
I
with
will-
Oh,
I'm putting bond with child.
That's
bond
good.
with child. Bond with Grugro or Grogru.
Yeah. There we go.
So I guess okay. What do I want? So I
Nobody
actually
gets
had
that. Okay.
start a fight
Sorry.
Thank you for the sub.
about. I want to
You want to start a fight?
start a fight, not get in a fight, not win a fight. Start a fight.
Okay.
I'm not sure how. I'll still have to
Initiate
figure
it.
that out.
Huh.
Initiate, instigate.
So, like how
Instigate,
you
that's
went after that person filming the homeless man.
Yeah,
fighting
that
with the
sort
other
of
guy?
thing. Like, god
Yeah.
damn it. No. All the bad. So there's that, and then the other one, like I think I can get one more long term out of the like learn potential for her, like, or my long term is still in parentheses fuck up the pure.
I mean, fuck up the pure is a long-term goal if I ever saw one.
Yeah, well, it's learn group fighting techniques in parentheses fuck up the pure, so it's like lean.
It's-
Yeah, so it's
th-
still
that-
that same
that's
one that she's working
too-
towards.
I
but
didn't
still.
realize that you had that in parentheses. That's two different ones.
Well, no, it's because it's always been a tagline for working towards that.
Because I think when we swapped to not having mechanical ones,
Exactly.
because
It needed
her
to be
the first
one
one is
together.
mechanical for her, right?
Yeah.
It's all
Ah, okay.
dots.
All right. What's your second one?
So that was my long term, and then I have started fight. So that's what I'm trying to figure out my second short term. I'm like trying to figure if I want to do something to do with the kid or like
Have a
Start a
melt.
fight with the kid.
Have a meltdown is always a good one. Confront an ally with an uncomfortable truth. Share your feelings, even though it might come back to haunt you.
Confront an ally. Confront Gina.
No,
because Gina's not an ally anymore.
Oh yeah,
That's-
Gina's gonna
Mm.
stab
might-
you.
I was gonna say she might think she's still an ally.
Doesn't matter what she thinks. Kate doesn't think.
Oof.
Kate has
Oof.
int 1. What do you expect?
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. So, what kind of stuff do you want to do? Mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, sensual.
I
Like,
guess
what do
just-
you want to do?
That's what I'm trying to figure out because like it's in a couple months. She's probably back to work and hates it.
You want to get fired? Do you want to get some? Like, what do you want to do?
I think she wants
You
to.
want to get Taco Bell? Like, what do you like? There's only one, and
thinking.
it's in
Our
Surrey.
our downtown is just us going to Taco Bell.
It takes like
Oh my
45 minutes
God.
to get there by car from anywhere in Vancouver, so you might as well.
Yeah, true.
It's all right. I'm trying to think, and I am coming up with so many blanks of what I actually want to do.
That's okay.
Road trip to try and cross the border that's
just-
still
I'm having-
closed.
I'm just having this mental image of Kate getting in a fight with
get
like
deported.
the rest
Oh
of
my
the
God.
pack and arguing about something, but I don't know what exactly.
You don't have to
It
know
might be
what.
about
That's the
kid.
joy of this.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
Get in an argument, except
Create
not
I already
conflict
have.
with the
I already have
pack.
started a fight.
that's a different fight.
Yeah.
It's an emotional fight. What about something like
Destabilize the pack.
or fuck up with the kid or something?
Well, we've already.
Yeah, because like Kate wants to like is sort of like I need to look after this child, but also this child should it even still be alive?
Okay,
Like,
well,
should we keep it?
You
So,
think,
yeah.
Megan? What do you have?
So right now I still have solidify or hold in our territory as
Yeah.
long term. A short term, fail at dealing with the kid. And my other short term, I was thinking something along the lines of like I would like to use like Garble or something like that, or Relentless Hunter against like a proper Iron Master hunt. So like I want to hunt a human.
Hunt a human is probably what we want to take from that.
Sort of thing. Like basically I want to do something cool where I can use it to like we like really set up and be like, okay, you guys are gonna wait here on this floor of this abandoned like or this parking garage where nobody's gonna be at this time of night, and I'm gonna direct their elevator directly to you guys and not let them get off except there, sort of thing, or
Nice.
whatever, like
Yeah.
control the hunt sort of thing.
Sounds good. So I've got hunt a human kind of as the tackling there, so that the human part is the most important part.
Okay.
All right.
Because
So then
that's a very Iron Master thing. Is they go
that is
after-
the Iron Master thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Kate, you could do reconnect with another pack. You could do literally anything, bro.
I know that's my problem.
Then do
Yeah.
then do
That is
one
the
thing less
problem.
and use that.
My brain's just giving me be a werewolf because I looked at chat.
It's like, hey, I'm a wolf.
That's-
Be a wolf. No.
You know, binge the Mandalorian. There, done.
Oh, I guess season 1 she could. Season 2
Oh yeah, it's not out yet.
Is there any like NPC you want to talk to or something? You could be like, contact so and so.
I guess. Oh, meddle in Carly's love life.
There we go.
Oh,
There's a
nice.
good one.
Yeah. Nothing says caring like your older sister coming in and harassing you about your success with their other pack mate's sibling.
That's
thing.
true.
Yeah.
And Amy, you're coming in a little pixely at times. I think a little clippy. Is anybody else hearing that, or is it just me?
Like my audio?
Kind of like you're getting like little like little like tinking noises.
I was only getting a little bit, not that per se, but when Amy gets a little loud, she maxes the mic a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
cool.
That's just me overdoing the microphone. I can
Being
try
excited.
and make it slightly quieter. Shuffle microphone further away from mouth.
All right, sounds good. All right, so that should be everybody here. Is there anything that anyone wants to talk about before we start?
Since we're like 2 months later, we've got full willpower.
Yeah, you should have full willpower, full health.
Excellent.
You have the human hunting nature right now, which means, because I don't have the card for this because they released this book after the damn cards, you have the persistent condition human hunting nature. I'm just going to take a photo of this and send this to our chat. The pack values preparation and practice over blind instinct. It relishes the thrill of a well-executed scheme, where everyone performs their roles as rehearsed. And the prey is overwhelmed and brought low exactly as planned. The pack can spend experiences to learn, develop, and use pack tactics of any dot rating. The pack gains a pool of willpower points equal to the number of Uratha in the pack each lunar cycle. So you guys have 4 willpower points. Any packmate in Hishu or Dalu can spend from this point. Or spend from this pool.
Nice. So that's just extra willpower that we...
Yep.
Nice.
But you can only spend when you're in Hishu or Dalu. Resolution. The pack's actions and behavior cause a shift in hunting nature, blah, blah, blah. You gain a beat if you have a difficulty with actions that rely on instinct more than reason. When rolling a dice pool using physical skills, you may choose to suffer a -2 penalty to the roll. If it fails, you gain a beat. I'm going to limit that to once per scene per character.
Sure.
Just because then you're not mining beats every like 5 seconds, and I feel like that is something that they should have put in the rule. And then the last thing that you guys need to be aware of is, sorry, I was speaking, and then you ever had like something inside your nose vibrate, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yep.
Why is that? Why are you? No, this is not itching time. This is werewolf time.
I've had that, and then my entire body's like, I'm going to sneeze, and then suddenly it'll stop. And I'm like, that was...
Sneezes interruptus is the worstest.
It is.
Like, it's literally the you know what the physiological exact same thing of. All right, so reminder that you have 2 tactics that you can employ. You guys go ahead and write these down. So you have overkill, which is a phenomenal one that I'm going to read off for you right now. Take your notes as needed. You also can look it up in your PDF of the pack. I'm pretty sure you guys all have that on page, not there. That's someone called Deathstalker. That's a guy. Okay, page, boop, 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 boop. There we go. It's page 62. All right, the pack fights to kill, blah, 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 blah. You attack from all sides and confuse the prey. It doesn't know where the killing blow will come from. Your themes are, I will send this as a photo as well, but they're things like blood, garu, loss, pain, revenge, the pack, and tooth and claw. Like I said, I'm going to send that to you all so you don't have to jot it down, but just so that everyone's aware, when you evoke those themes, life gets easier for you. So the dice pool is strength plus brawl versus stamina. Each pack member's next attack ignores the enemy's defense. The primary actor adds 2 additional points of lethal damage if they succeed as well. And if you get an exceptional success, you stun the target, meaning they lose their next action.
Nice.
The other one that we have is we have a small one called Clue Hound, which is a resolve plus investigation roll, and it lasts for a scene and allows you to get an exceptional success on clue rolls on 3 successes instead of 5, if you all succeed. It was a pretty...
So where are these in the book?
So they are in the pack book, page 62.
Oh, okay, the one I don't have.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I was looking at the werewolf book.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of going, that's not on this page.
That's
What?
fair. Okay, so you'll have those when the time is right, when you want to use them. Other than that, you guys also have some other cool stuff, but I think it's about time to start Werewolf. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Today's fiction's a little quick, so there we go. Don't need to watch my own stream. Go. All right. So anyway, welcome back to the second half of Werewolf the Forsaken season 2. Water is good for you.
It is.
This is so weird. I haven't ran this game since I've had the new setup before, and I've got like 2, 3 monitors running at once. I feel like a virtual adept. It's great.
Nice.
I don't have to do this off my phone anymore. It's kind of nice.
Sweet.
The story is true. The fire still burned. It burned in night, against the vaulted ceiling of the sky. It burned in darkness, in defiance of the cold nothing that wrapped its icy fingers around its being. Slowly, one mote of flame and essence at a time, it rejoined itself and burned brighter. Predators came to sup upon its weak instinct, and it played coy. It lured them. It let them think that they could feast upon its heat. And then it burned them from within. The flame devours. Nothing devours the flame. And so it grew, and as it grew, its mind recovered from the false death inflicted upon it by its foes. And it changed. I am defeated, it said. I am not destroyed, it said. I am not finished, it said. I will find the ones who laid me low, and I will return them to the soil and clay as ash and bone. I was weak before. I chose poorly. This time, I will be careful. This time, I will let more than wrath guide me. I will be gentle and careful with my hate. The time draws near. There will be a reckoning. The fire burned with the brightness of noon on the cusp of an eclipse and smiled. Its lips were trails of sparks, its teeth were embers, its tongue a river of lava. I am defeated, it said, but I am not gone. The story is also true. Mother Luna had turned her face on the city of Vancouver twice since the pack had taken the cub known as Adam under their care. They found him soon to be a willful, intelligent child beyond his years, but was not easy to please and very difficult to ignore. But the pack split their time, both with him and away from him, and did their best. With Nick's help, they were able to manage the nascent hybrid, Uratha, spiritborn, or something else. 2 months had worn away at them. They found themselves sleeping less, eating less, minding the troublesome toddler, and relishing those sweet moments where they could get away from it all and once again hunt and be the hunter. This is one of those nights. For right now, you find yourselves... We find the pack. That is to say, sorry, I had something weird on my screen that I was like, what the hell? The pack finds themselves there in the spiritual reflection of the Dunbar Animal Hospital. And can I get an initiative roll off of everyone?
Mhm.
And guys, if you wanna, I'm gonna throw the song right now into our file so you can listen to it too. Okay.
Suddenly my brain had to switch systems between like Scion on Friday and my other game that I play, and I'm like, how do I roll initiative in this system?
What's that again?
Yeah. Scion's a ride.
How does this work?
So you roll one
I'm
dice
not
and you
great.
add your initiative modifier to it.
I got a 6.
You got a 6, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
That's really low for you.
It's not great. It's not great. I rolled pretty poorly, to be honest
Okay.
with you.
Kate, what'd you get? You're muted?
You're muted.
I did that on purpose, I swear. And so, what form are we in?
I don't know,
on
what
the other
form are
side?
you in?
Then if I'm Urshel, and that, because I feel like that makes sense right now, then I'm gonna go with, it's gonna be 14.
14, okay. Anybody beat 14?
I met 14.
Okay, what are your initiative scores?
7.
Plus 5.
Okay, so that's gonna be Megan, then Kate.
I'm also in Urshel, which I agree that makes sense for what we might be doing right now. I'm not sure, but then I'm actually at 15.
15. Oh, Alpha goes first.
If we're
Congrats.
all in Urshel, I'm just gonna be 8 then, but still.
You're gonna be up to
Still
8?
4.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah.
Well, I
All right.
guess. Yeah, because if we're in the spirit world, come to think of. Sorry, I added Hishu because I was just like, oh well, we haven't done anything.
Doors. We need to be an issue for doors.
No, we don't.
So I would be at 16 then if I'm in Urshel because I have a 9.
Would everybody be in Urshel?
Well, if we're hunting from the spirit side of things, I think generally we try and be in one of those because they're faster,
Sure.
Yeah.
Unless you're using
so we
weapons.
can get
of
away
course.
or avoid being ambushed.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you are a weapon.
That's true.
Yeah, the
That's
weapon,
also
yes.
true. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. So that means that Megan is first and then Brighton.
I think so, yeah.
All right. The fight has been ferocious. You found your way in here as you were trying to claim No Wolf's Land, Western Vancouver. The Dunbar area has another pocket of weak gauntlet, gnawed through. Tonight you're on the sacred hunt, and have managed to trace this down into the belly of what you imagine is a veterinary hospital. All around you are cages, cages made of rusted iron and ephemera. Needles stick out of grotesque creatures with 3 heads, mewling and crying and barking and baying at you from the shadows of the room. Hybrids of dogs and cats and rats and other pets. Rabbits scream headlessly in the corner as they bleed out of empty, rotten corpses. Around you, spirits of pain, spirits of death, spirits of fear, animal fear, sharper and shriller than the fear of humans, surround you. But that's not who you're fighting right now. The moment that you came down here and saw the rend in the gauntlet, probably made by Bechelou, you were beset upon by some spirits that you hadn't encountered before. And those are, I wrote it down, 202. The spirits surge around you, these strange creatures that are fakely humanoid figures wrought of black shadow that drip and flow. No discernible figure aside from the bright, round eyes that blaze like a car's headlight. Megan, one of them surged toward you with preternatural speed, and I want you to make me an attack roll. We are going to be using down and dirty combat right now.
Okay, so
Down and Dirty Combat, for those of you who are uninitiated to it, means the following. It's a one-roll combat system. Normally, it's for the scene. I'm going to have each of you do it to determine what happens to you on that roll. So, you are going to make your combat pool.
so that's strength and brawl, correct?
Strength and Brawl, and that is versus my combat pool. Ignore defense on this roll. Defense does not matter. It's basically who hits harder wins this fight. Okay, and so I'm going to roll my finesse. And I'm going to spend a willpower. That was probably a good idea. The reroll sucked, but...
Six.
6 successes? All right.
Yeah.
You are going to beat the shadow by 3 successes. How do you fight this thing? It lunges toward you. It surges between your legs to try to strike at your belly. What do you do?
Dodge back. Like that very anime lift, all 4 paws, push off, lift back. And then once I land, dig in and race forward to try and grab it by like the back of its neck with my jaws.
As you reach forward and
Shake.
plunge your fangs into its neck and begin to shake, you will feel the satisfying sensation of ripping and tearing. And then... It's so satisfying. This is what you've wanted. Unlike a couple of days ago. You find yourself thinking about it as you're ripping and tearing, back as you were in your clinic. You open back up again, of course. People need help during COVID. And it was as you were headed up to the front to sign out for the day. One of your receptionists, a girl named Cheryl. Megan, Dr. Butler?
Yeah?
It's him again. Chris, are you still not here? Are you still not here? Hello, Mr. Price. I'm sorry. She's just with a client right now still. I can try to leave a message, but she's booked up all... No, that's... I understand. Thank you. You really... it's not my business, but you should really take care of that, Megan. Rip. You tear through the shadow's throat, dropping it to the ground as it screams and writhes like a beheaded chicken. Meanwhile, Brighton, one of them is coming directly at you. It surges up the wall, running like a flashlight that's been dropped. Its eyes flash bright red, and it's going to try to come down on you and puncture right through your shoulder blades. Let's do a roll. So, what's your attack roll? Let's do this.
You said strength and brawl? Oh, I should actually be in the right form and look at those stats instead.
Yeah, so you can use whatever combat stats you think are appropriate for this. Strength and brawl, if you're doing a bite, would be accurate.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I need more dice. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Roll those dice.
Ooh.
Only 3 successes.
Okay. So it surges down it. You are both going to tie. What do you do?
I'm trying to lunge for its throat and pin it if I can.
Okay. You are going to manage to grab onto its shoulder, and it's going to pivot and wrap itself around you like a coiling snake, and is going to twist and throw you and it together against and through the wall. The rough, hollow concrete shatters beneath your weight and momentum, and you will keep tumbling forward into a room full of kennels and these mutant spirits of pain and suffering. This is frustrating. This is really, really frustrating. And you're here for it. Anything's better than, I want juice, you hear, standing inside of the kitchen of the den. Juice. No, not that juice. Grape juice, Adam says. He clings to the counter, kind of waddling, or not waddling, kind of wavering slightly from side to side, as if he's going to teeter off the counter. But you know that's just a trick to get you to pick him up. 2 months of being a fake big sister has taught you that. How have you been handling him? Patiently?
Patiently. Brighton's of the opinion that patiently, but like with a firm hand, as firm as she can be anyway. She's dealt with a lot of young street kids, and sometimes they have similar attitudes, so she's like, okay, like, you're a kid, I understand where you're coming from, but also we're out of grape juice and you can't have it.
I want grape juice, he says, smashing one of the bowls that's on the counter onto the floor, spilling Cheerios everywhere and bits of broken ceramic. As you look down on the ground at the mess and the spilled milk and the broken bowl that was probably one of your favorites, that bowl that you like. It's so hard with the eclectic mix that you have here. You look back at him, and then on top of the fridge and the small vial of powder that Nick gave you to deal with this situation. And you're tumbling through the wall again. The bits of broken mortar hit the ground just like the cereal bowl. Across the room, however, Kate has problems of her own. 2 of them are surging up around the way. One of them wraps around her tail and gives it a staunch pull that she feels all the way up into the back of her skull. And can you make me an attack roll, please?
Yeah, I sure can.
Oh god. If you don't win this.
1 success.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay, so
Amy's
what
dice strike again.
are you trying to do, because you guys tied? So one of them is pulling on your tail.
Pulling on my tail.
The other is
Okay.
trying to come around and claw your eyes.
The one that's going after, so pull my tail. I probably am lunging at the one that's trying to go after my eyes as the tail gets pulled or something ridiculous like that. So it's like lunge.
All right, so you lunge at it, feeling your tail pop out of alignment, and then slowly, quickly, due to your Uratha heritage, begin to reset as the bloody, as the bloody mass pulses down your rear haunches. You dive forward, catching this thing, and it's going to wrap its arms around your neck, holding your mouth just a few inches away from its, as it snarls back at you. Mouth to mouth, you can feel the fetid chill of shadow as it breathes into your mouth. And only a couple of days ago, you were here. It was a different mouth. Addie convinced you to go out to a movie. They still have them. You have to wear your masks indoors. And she took you home. You joked and laughed. And you'd had a couple of drinks that you smuggled into the theater. Just a couple of coolers, nothing big. It was hard to sneak them in, and you all played a little too hard at drinking them under your masks and keeping yourselves inconspicuous as you giggled at whatever ridiculous superhero movie with Vin Diesel you were watching. Who cares? You weren't looking at it. As she walked you up to your front door, you were a little tipsy, in spite of yourself, in spite of your metabolism. You're not sure if it was the booze or just the sensation of being next to someone like her. Again. With her, though, you could smell the alcohol on her breath and see the slight glaze in her eyes. And as you stood there, she said, "This is really familiar, isn't it? What do we used to do times like this? And then slowly, your eyes meet, and she leans in, face to face, breath to breath. Every part of you begins to tense. All of the hairs on your body begin to stand on edge. You've wanted this so much that when the porch light turns on and your father stares at you from the other side of the door, Kate, come in here. You're 12 again, and you're fucking pissed. You hit the ground, snarl into this thing's face, and let out a tremendous roar. Meanwhile, Claire across the room. Claire, what are you doing? So, surveying the scene, it looks like there are 4 of these creatures. You entered the room last.
Okay.
Where are you aiming yourself?
If there's 2 on Kate, I'll
Yeah.
go towards her.
Okay. One of them.
Also, Brighton went through a wall.
Brighton went through a
So-
wall, yeah. One of them is holding on to Kate, and or pardon me, one of them is holding on to like about half of Kate's tail that it ripped off.
Okay. I will
Kate,
go after that one.
it is going to notice you, snarl, and is going to launch itself at you as well.
Alright, let's rock. Oops. Oh, I reset it. Hold on.
It's going to spend a
Online
willpower.
rolling this time.
Oh, god damn
Wait,
it.
what the heck? Oh. Hold on. I had this all set up and then I like messed it up, so...
That's okay. Man, these things have a lot of willpower. I should spend more of that.
Yeah.
Three.
3 successes.
Yeah.
You are going to triumph. It's going to lunge at
nice.
you, trying to plunge its dagger-like shadow fingers into your eye sockets. What do you do?
I'm going to dodge out of the way. And... dodge out of the way. And I'm going to go after its tail. Gives it a
Okay.
taste of its own medicine.
All right. So
Wait,
you.
what is it? Is it a tail? Does it have a tail?
It's kind of like an elongated shadow body, more like a, almost like a cartoon ghost.
Okay, tail-ish area. If I have to
Tail-ish.
fight its ass, that's where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You are going to bite and rend into it, slamming your claws down like a dog holding a stick away from its owner
Ah.
during a game of fetch, and are going to dig your claws into the wet concrete of the shadow beneath you, and are going to start ripping it in half as it screams. It turns over over its shoulder and looks at you with those headlight eyes in utter terror, and you begin to feel some of its fear wash out into you through your mouth, where you are swallowing bits of this shadow. You feel your heart begin to quicken, both from aggression and terror. You're killing this thing so good, but why are you afraid? Your heart keeps beating. It's just like the doorbell rings under your fingertip. You've been waiting for this for so long. You finally got in contact. Over LinkedIn? Who gets in touch with family over LinkedIn? The doorbell the doorbell echoes in your mind. And as you remove your finger, you feel it tremble slightly. The door is big and white and tall. This house is it's the classy version of a McMansion, not quite a mansion, but an expensive house in the good part of Vancouver. You didn't know that your mom's family had money. A half moon shaped set of windows are in the door, and a woman whose hairline is just barely visible at the height of those windows is going to open the door, and you'll look at a woman who is the flesh and blood mirror of your mother, at least as you saw her in photos. This is Cora. And she looks just like your mom would look if she was alive today. Claire?
Hi. It's really nice to meet you.
And before you can finish the sentence, she steps forward and gives you a hug.
Oh. She'll be surprised, and then take a quick beat before hugging back. And kind of probably at that point getting really emotional and kind of burying herself into it.
No.
COVID be damned, I guess.
She whispers in your ear, shh, don't worry about it. It's okay. Try to get yourself together, though. You got a lot more people to meet. A lot more smiles. Come on in. I want you to meet everyone.
She'll sniffle and nod and follow and kind of readjust herself. And
as you step inside of the house, you can see that there's a banner that's put up. Welcome, Claire.
Oh.
A small party against regulations for you and the dozen family members waiting around a table full of chips and dip. And as your eyes look at that beautiful handmade streamer banner, you see another shadow looming up in the ceiling above you. Just like a banner, just like a streamer. It surges downward and launches itself at you. But Megan, what do you do? So looking around, Brighton has tumbled into a side room through a wall. One of these shadow creatures, these fear spirits that you might know as shadow wraiths, has been hiding and launches itself down to get a surprise attack on Claire. Claire has just ripped one down to its moats, and you have ripped one down to your moats, and Kate is in the process of fighting one face to face. Looks like she's probably doing okay.
Okay. I would like to surprise the hell out of the one that's jumping down on Claire and explode it out of the shadow inside the room and just, like, it's coming this way, I'm just gonna go.
Okay, so, alright, 2 ninja attacks. Let's do this.
Alright.
So,
so, would that be still Strength and Brawl? Or would Dex come into this?
if you are striking from that, like, kind of trying to strike from a back angle, do you have a fighting style that allows you to use dexterity instead?
I don't have a style or anything like that.
So it'd still be strength and brawl.
Okay.
But don't forget to use your strength in your current form.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm spending a willpower. Oh god. How do I roll this many ones? Like, I rolled...
It's against Christine.
I rolled 3 ones.
I don't know. How did I roll that many successes?
I rolled 4 ones, guys. On a dice...
It wasn't expecting it? Question mark?
In Scion, this would be a botch.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Kaylin, you'd like Scion. It's weird.
That's 7.
Okay, so lunging through the air, you are going to catch this thing by surprise. What happens to it? Tell me.
I hit it from the side, carry forward with my momentum, pin it to the ground, and
As you
I think I'm just
loom...
gonna, like, rip it to shreds.
As you rip it to shreds, you start tearing it apart bit by bit. It screams and tries to escape, but nothing escapes. Nothing can get away from you. You're dogged. You are tearing this thing ragged. This is the greatest feeling ever. Nothing escapes your notice. Every tiniest mote shatters under your jaws. Nothing escapes you, just like nothing escapes your mother. You can't ignore her phone calls forever, and the last time that you did was after you got home that night that you were dodging Chris's calls. Finally. Was wondering when you pick up the phone.
I've been busy.
Sure. We've all been busy. You know, there's a lot of things happening. So, look, I know that you were seeing that boy, that actor boy.
Yeah, that was just a short run thing.
Yeah, that's what Daniel said. Oh, don't give me that silent treatment. You know he can't keep stuff from me when I pry. I'm just looking out for you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
I have someone for you to test drive.
Well, at the moment, that's slightly difficult.
Not really. You both work in the medical field, so you both have the same chance of exposure. It's perfect.
Yeah, but circles, mother, circles.
Well,
I'm not adding to mine. It's big enough as is.
then you can have phone sex. Or Skype sex, or whatever type of sex it is. Just... It's
Unsatisfying lonely person sex. Okay, got it.
It's not lonely if you're doing it with a friend, darling.
Yeah, but it's online, mother. That
Well,
negates
maybe
the
after this
whole
pandemic,
point.
that would lead to something offline, and you could finally do something with your reproductive life.
No, thank you. Click.
You rend and tear into this monster. You see its features begin to morph, looking more and more like your mother's face in your mind's eye with every bite. You feel
Oh, that's
almost...
satisfying.
Yes, it is satisfying. You are going to gain a point of willpower back if you're down any, which you're not.
Nope, I haven't spent any yet.
Okay. And are going to rend it asunder. Brighton, you hit the ground and roll on the other side of that wall, coming to bear with this thing. It's going to snarl, look at you, and then back at its compatriots, and see that it doesn't have much of a chance solo against you. It is going to try to disengage with you and move. What are you going to do?
I'm not gonna let it. I'm gonna try and grab it and pull it back.
All right, let's do a contested roll. I'm spending a
I'm
willpower.
spending a willpower.
Damn it. Ooh. I'm gonna re-roll that because it was cocked in a weird way. Ooh.
Hoo, hoo, hoo. I took Christine's luck back.
Did you? How many do you have?
9.
Nice!
All right, so you will regenerate that
Well
willpower
done.
from bloodlust.
Yay!
It's going to surge through or toward the wall in front of it, which you can see is covered with a strange ripped membrane. The gauntlet ripped before it. On the other side of that stone wall in front of you, you know that there is the real world. Well, the world of flesh. Whatever they were doing down here, the Bachelor ripped a hole. It's going to take time for that to heal. What do you do as this thing tries to surge through the hole and out into the flesh, or into the world of flesh?
I grab it by its ghost tail thing and chuck it back towards my pack.
Okay, you can kill it if you want to. How do you
I would
kill
like
it?
to, but
How
I
would you-
definitely wanted to get it back there.
So you slam it into the concrete like you're trying to wring out some pizza dough?
Yeah, and then I pounce on it and just tear it.
You tear a
Rip
piece
and
of it
tear.
away. You rip it. You rend at it. You tear and tear and tear. You're killing it. You're killing it, Brighton. You're killing it. You're killing me, Brighton. Come on. What do you mean you quit? We just got our license back open. I need servers, Brighton. Come on. Don't...
And I have underlying health conditions. This is too dangerous for me.
Look, we're not even open. We're just doing dine and dash.
Then you don't need as many servers. You can't have it both ways. I quit. You should be familiar with people quitting. It's common in the business.
I just didn't expect you to be common.
Well, we all have our surprises. And then I'm gonna hang up.
All right, and you rend into this being's throat as it screams loud and then just breathes cold air around you and dissolves into motes of essence. All right, then we are at Kate. Kate, you are wrestling this thing face to face. It screams directly into your mouth. Let's make an attack roll, please.
Yeah.
I'm spending that willpower because I've got 9 willpower for some reason.
I did not spend willpower because I wasn't thinking. But 2 successes.
Okay, you beat me by 1. I rolled 9 dice and got 1 success.
Oh dear.
My dice
I know
hate me
that
tonight.
feel.
I'm using my official werewolf dice too. Like, I even have the little baggie.
Oh.
And they hate me. I don't know why. My hunter dice love me.
It's because you're attacking the werewolf.
Yeah.
I attack the werewolves with werewolves. Oh, I
Yeah.
should just... Okay, so I'll use them when I'm the pure.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Okay?
Sounds about right.
So long as I'm a werewolf. All right. So, how do you take care of this thing?
So this thing's in my face, right?
It's in your face. Yeah.
Just lean, like lunge forward, try and get its throat or whatever would exist as a throat, and just teeth, everything.
You rend and tear, ripping where its throat would be if it were an actual human. That voice, that snarl that it was giving off, you just wanted to shut it up. You just wanted to shut it up. You just wanted to shut it up. You just wanted to shut him up. After Addie left, your mother was the one that broke up the fight. You've never seen your father like this. Kate, that's... Look. You need to leave her alone. You need to leave her alone. Leave Addie alone, okay? You're going nowhere, and you don't... She doesn't deserve you to drag her down like that. Get your shit in order before you go and fuck someone else's shit up, Kate.
You fuck!
I what? Come on. Say something. Say something.
It's none of your fucking business!
You rip the creature in half. And meanwhile, Claire, let's see. Claire, looking around, you can see that there is one final one of these things crouched in one of the dog cages, hiding beneath the mewling remains of some type of strange mutant mutt that's been turned inside out, wrapped in syringes and barbed wire. A pain spirit. What do you do?
I'm gonna go over and try to kill it.
Okay. It's inside a rusted cage. You can easily smash through it. Make me an attack roll. It's going to try to defend itself. Okay.
Huh. Oh wait.
What do you got?
2.
You got 2?
Just 2.
You are going to rend the cage open, and the spirit of animal pain is going to squeal and run past you like a greased pig, leaving only the spirit, and it coils. How would you go down to kill it?
Probably just kind of like as quickly as possible, so without really just like biting its throat, maybe.
Okay, so you reach down and bite its throat, and as you do, you feel that satisfying sensation flood over you of a job well done, and then it immediately goes cold in your veins as you bite down, and it splits like a tree trunk under an axe around you, wrapping around your throat, and begins to strangle you, pulling the air out of your lungs. It got 3 successes.
That's okay.
And it takes the breath right out of you, just like it took the breath out of you when you met her. She was beautiful. She looked just like your mother, Cora's daughter. What was her name again? Was it Hazel? Lola? Ivy?
Olivia?
She was named after your mother. And she smiled at you. Olivia, your cousin,
Oh.
with your mother's eyes. She smiled at you. The eyes that you didn't inherit. You got your father's, right? The dark, beautiful eyes of a gentle man. But she has the fierce eyes of a wolf, and the moment that she reached a hand out to touch you, you could smell it on her. And she smiled, and as you looked down at her sleeveless, exposed arm, you could see the place where once upon a time there had been an auspice brand that had been burned off.
Oh no.
Welcome to the family, cuz.
Thank
gonna-
you.
We're gonna be real close. And then she hugged you, and the air felt like it would never come back. Top of the initiative, Megan. You all of you are going to see that Claire is being overwhelmed and strangled by this thing. What do you do?
I am going to slip through the shadows till right behind it,
Okay.
and I want to growl, nice, low, and threatening in its ear, and just grab the back of its neck.
Sounds good. Claire, in the meanwhile, you are going to... when this fight is over, have suffered 9 points of bashing damage. Or actually, it's going to be 9 points of lethal damage, my bad. Which in your form, I think you can still take.
Oh yeah.
I think it... So this is going to
I
take...
spent willpower on this.
it's going to take a couple of rounds to heal. It will spend willpower as well. And it will spend
fuck
essence to
this
boost
thing
some
in
traits.
particular.
That did nothing.
That's it. So that is 2, 4, 6, 7.
7, 6, 8. Okay, that beats my 4. Good job. As this thing wraps around Claire's throat and her chest, and even in her ursal form, you can see it begin to splinter the bones through her flesh. It
I'm
crushes
gonna
her
essentially
larynx.
do the same thing with my jaws and just crush its neck.
Okay.
Just-
You are going to rip this creature off of Claire and tear it in half. As it screams, it dissolves into motes of essence. And Claire will stumble backwards. Her eyes are bulged out of her skull so much that they almost droop down her furry cheeks. But slowly... Claire, you're not healing. Claire stumbles back. She tries to breathe, but it's a ragged sucking sound. And then suddenly the eyeballs suck back in. Her lungs inflate. You'll heal 3 points of lethal damage in 1 round. And we'll stumble back further, and that is going to be the end of this combat. Was that for me? I think you're muted.
Oh no! I whispered.
What'd you
Did I
whisper?
lose a fight?
Oh yeah, you lost a fight. Good job. You get a beat.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh
Okay.
my god, good job. I was worried about that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, Claire's losing the fight. And you're like, oh yes, Claire's losing the fight.
Yeah.
Success.
Success.
All right. You are surrounded by the sound of mewling animals, crying creatures, spirits of pain and suffering, as these shadows, these shadow wraiths, is that what they're called? Dissolve into motes of floating black light essence onto the ground. Pools of purple and black that look like... Have you ever seen ferromagnetic liquids? And how they kind of reach out with those tiny spiked tendrils? That's kind of what these look like little puffballs, or like little hematite sheened bits of ferromagnetic fluid floating on the air, or those puffballs from Spirited Away.
Right.
Like soy, yeah, exactly. Soul Omen, like soy
Right.
sauce, like soy sauce from John Dies at the End,
Yep.
which is an underrated movie and a tragically underread book. By the way, get yourself that for the holidays if you haven't read it, guys. Okay.
I have that. It's good.
It's really good. Give them the chair. Anyway, sorry. You'll hear these mewling, crying. Whip, 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 whip. I'm not gonna do dog noises. Nobody wants to hear that. But the sound of dogs and cats and rabbits and other creatures crying in the darkness. What do you do?
Gonna look around and make sure there's definitely nothing else here.
Yeah. Is this just a place that we're like, we did the sacred hunt to get here? Do we know anything more about this place, or is it just kind of, this is what we found?
This is what you found when you were following a trail of broken, of strange spiritual occurrences. You were finding a predominance of urged and other high-powered spirits in the area, spirits that had crossed over and were manipulating people, not fettering themselves necessarily. But there's been a lot of fervor around the city recently. Pain, disease, mania, spreading anxiousness. It took you a while, but you managed to track a scent here. The scent of the Bechelou.
Have we found the Bechelou yet?
You have not. Would you
We
like
found
to
the
search?
hole they
I'm
were
gonna
gnawing.
search for the.
Okay. Would you
Yeah.
like to use your clue-hound tactic?
Is this
Oh,
what
yeah,
we can use for this?
totally.
Because
Yeah.
Let's
absolutely.
do that.
All right.
What-
So, who is the primary actor? Resolve and investigation.
I have
That's a 4 dice pool for me.
I have
4
6.
for me, but I have 9 agains. But I also don't trust my luck.
Oh.
That's true. I don't trust Amy's luck either.
How
How many?
I
What
have
do you?
6.
Oh, you have 6. What do you have, Claire?
Jen's luck has been pretty good.
4.
4. Okay. So Jen will take primary.
Sure.
Okay, so we're all rolling that pool though? I
You're
believe?
all rolling
Yeah.
that pool, and because
Oh,
it's a
I
teamwork
do
roll.
get +3 because of the +3, so that puts me at 7.
Oh.
But
7.
also your luck, so
Yeah, but also my luck. So we'll see what I can give you as extra dice. So
Okay.
sure.
let's see how that goes.
So this is to activate it. Then you'll all make an individual check, just to look around the scene.
Okay.
But this is to get exceptional successes on lower.
Their successes come to me as extra dice,
They do,
still,
yes.
right?
Yeah. So you'll roll last, actually.
Just wanted to double check
Oh
that.
my god.
Is that good?
4 for me.
Yeah, I also got 4.
4.
Got 2 10s, yeah, and 2 9s.
1
That
sec.
was it.
Yeah, 4 as well.
Wow.
Okay. So add 12 dice to your roll.
Jesus Christ. This doesn't even fit on my screen. Like,
So rolling 4 dice, I roll
my app screen is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
like
No way.
2 10s and an
So-
8 right away.
That's great.
Excuse me.
Some of these got cocked because they're falling on other dice.
Too many dice. Not enough dice.
There we go. There's the screw card.
I got many. I'm
Okay.
losing count here. It's like at least 9.
At least 9. Okay.
At least 9 successes, yes.
I'll also.
I rolled like 6 10s.
All right. So with strategic, with oh boy. So with strategic practice that you've gained over the last couple of months, you are all going to split up, basically like just turning your backs on each other and scouring the area in all different directions. Can I get everybody to go ahead and make me however you are choosing to look around. It does not have to be investigation. If you're trying to talk to the spirits, it could be occult, persuasion, empathy. If you are searching around, you could use wits and composure to try to look for little details. You could use investigation to try to find tracks. You could use survival to try to catch smells. Whatever you do, though, you are going to have an exceptional success on 3 successes, and I'm going to give you 9 again for that amazing success.
Sweet.
Ooh,
Nice.
so if I already have 9 again, does that mean I get 8 again?
If you use a skill that applies there, yeah.
Awesome. I want to use empathy
Okay.
and talk.
So you're going to go talk to the spirits. Okay, what's everyone else doing?
I was wondering if I can use either persuasion or presence and manipulation, because my presence is 5, so why not? But if you're already
Do you want to assist?
Intimidate?
yeah, sure, because I've got like empathy detect lies as a specialization.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and do that? So Christine will be rolling to get them to talk, and you'll be rolling to make sure that they're telling the truth.
So
Okay.
I was thinking like empathy and composure to be all calm about it and like draw people out because that's my specialty.
Mm-hmm.
On that, does that sound like a good pool?
Empathy and composure. I feel like manipulation would be what you would want to use for this, to try to coax it. Composure would be kind of absorbing the information in a crowd, I think. Like being able to pick details out. So you can use manipulation or presence.
I'll use presence then because that's a better dice pool.
Sure.
Can I get draw people out as a specialty?
They're not people, but I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do wits and composure to kind of just find the small little details.
Okay, so just a general perception roll. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all can go ahead and do your rolls. And Claire, what are you doing?
I'd like to do something with survival to sniff him out.
Sure.
So could I do like wits and survival?
Wits and survival
or-
sounds like a perfect roll.
Okay.
5 on my side.
5 on your side. Okay, so that's an exceptional success. You are going to gain you are going to you're going to gain the inspired condition. I need to make more conditions for this type of thing. So basically, you can spend this condition to gain another roll. You're going to feel so full of yourself that you're going to be able to get another roll at 3 successes instead of 5 for exceptional, and will gain a point of willpower when you do so.
I got 3 successes.
3 successes? Okay, so that's an exceptional success. Looking around, you are going to gain is it in here or is it in the World of Darkness book? The informed condition. Hold on one sec. There we go, just pull up the condition list. Kelly, that's the smart way to do this. Instead of flipping through your damn cards.
I would also, like, in either this searching or I can do a different kind of search if you'd like, to just see if I can tell if this whole, like, animal pain spirit thing is... I'm guessing that it's probably something to do with the humans on the human side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And the situation on that side of things, and we may not be able to do anything about it here, but I kind of want to see if I can determine that.
Okay,
for sure.
Sounds good. So, Christine, in the future when you do this, I should have given you the connected condition, but it doesn't come in the werewolf deck, which is what I have out right now.
Okay.
So, you can keep inspired for now, but
Okay.
if you do this in the future, connected is you've made inroads with a particular group of people, which makes more sense.
Okay.
Okay. And unfortunately, the Chronicles of Darkness book is slightly too far out of my reach.
Mm.
I don't want to throw myself across the desk. Okay. How many successes did you get, Amy?
Got 2.
2? Okay.
Just 2.
Well, you are assisting a packmate on a roll.
Okay.
That's
In
true.
that case, I just didn't know if it would count because we already activated. We were using tactics first. But
You're using the tactic to spread yourselves out, so I'd
it's
allow
still
it.
2.
Okay, well, I tried.
You sure
did.
did. I could
I
spend
sure did.
willpower retroactively.
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah, I think the tactics thing is like we've determined how best we all work in given situations and can just be like scatter,
Yeah.
gather info, come back.
All right, so glancing over, you monitor over Megan's shoulder as she tries to coax some things out of people. So that's going to be Megan plus. So that was 5 successes, right? Or was it 7? It was a
For
lot
who?
for Megan.
I thought Megan's.
I think it was
I
at
think we
Megan's
least
got
was
5, so
5.
it's 7
5.
together.
7 together. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
this last one I got 5 on.
and Claire, what'd you
Last
get?
roll.
I got 2.
2, and you got 5, Brighton, right?
I got 3, but
Yeah,
it's
3.
still exceptional.
It's still exceptional. That's right. Okay, so an exceptional success. So Brighton, you are going to gain the informed condition, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, you know
Okay.
what? I'm just gonna 1 sec.
You are going to reach for it.
Yeah, I was gonna. I needed it. It's the one thing I didn't grab before game, but it's literally right in front of the camera. I just had to reach with my bad rest, so I'm like, ah.
Right.
Okay. Because my World of Darkness cards are somewhere else. Who knows where? They're probably in my LARP equipment.
Probably.
And they're probably mixed up to hell.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to gain the informed condition. You are going to actually, this makes more sense for Caitlin. My bad. You are going to gain... Oh, no, Caitlin didn't get an exceptional success. So, looking around, you are going... Basically, the next time you make a roll related to this, even if it fails, you consider it to have 1 success.
Oh.
If it succeeds at all, the roll is considered exceptional. Combat rolls cannot benefit from it, but anything involving knowledge skills or research skills does.
Nice.
So 1 success is exceptional on your next research-based roll or hunting-based
Sweet.
roll. Okay, so I'm going to go from highest successes downward to see what we do. So I'm going to go ahead and start with you two. So as you crawl over in your wolf forms, what do you say to the spirits in these cages? They're lined up there. They're lots of spirits of pain and spirits of death. There are some normaler spirits here as well. There's one there that's just looks like a dog spirit. It's vaguely reminiscent of a greyhound. Its ribs showing clearly through its thin, tawny skin. Which one do you speak with? There's another one there that looks like it is looks like a Rottweiler with 3 heads, with a ring around its neck of a collar made of hypodermic needles that push in like a collar, like a bite collar. There's another one there, a cat that looks like it gently laps at itself. Sure, it's a cat with 2 heads, 1 at each side of its body, but it doesn't seem to be particularly perturbed. It laps at its extremities. And you can't tell if its feet are facing backwards or forwards. Maybe both. There are other animals that I could describe too, but those are the 3 that are closest to you. They're all inside of cages.
Okay, so this is for, sorry, my choice, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I will approach the Rottweiler looking one.
Okay.
And...
What do you say to it?
Well, because I'm trying to open them up so that Kate can get information, right? That was what the roles were?
You're opening them up and getting information, and Kate's making sure it's legit.
Okay. Yeah. I'll ask them if they saw what had come here to make this space so weak.
It speaks at you in a low, grumbling first tongue. Ones like you, half-breed. They came and tore this place. You should know better than to meddle with what is beyond your scope. Hasn't your father done enough? Kate, you think he's lying?
I will, I guess, try to subtly nudge that. But we'll probably fail at that and be like,
So
lies.
Kate starts growling.
Trying to think what I could ask.
You could move on to one of the other ones if you didn't want to deal with this asshole. Or you could try to intimidate. You could honestly, it's open to you. You're not.
I mean, I'm happy to try and intimidate.
Your role
I'll move
will
on to
function
one of the
for all-
others.
Okay.
And basically ask like if they are kind of more willing to cooperate, sort of thing. But kind of like the hint, hint, nudge, nudge, get on our good side, sort of thing. I'm not sure exactly what to say.
Are you going to the cat with two heads or the greyhound?
I'll go for the greyhound.
The greyhound trembles inside of its cage.
I'll approach gently first.
Greetings, large dog.
Greetings, little one.
How can I help you, large dogs? Uratha, hunters?
Do you know what caused the weakness here?
Yes, Trembling Tales does. Trembling Tales knows exactly what is here. Trembling Tales is good. Trembling Tales is friend. And you'll notice then that a trio of whipping tails are attached to the base of its spine and will start strumming onto the bottom of this cage. Trembling Tales, happy to tell you, but haven't eaten in some time. Would appreciate food.
Well,
Megan will nose and like do like the dog thing of like licking like the muzzle lightly and just be like, "We'll feed you."
What's Kate doing?
Kate is like getting in there as well, just being like, appreciate, nuzzle. Also, can I offer essence? Will it help?
Yes, very good, very good. They only feed fear and pity.
Okay,
Trembling Tales was not always trembling as a pup.
We'll offer. I will give essence. I will give one essence if that works.
Okay. So spend a point of essence. Basically, you can just kind of like, I believe you just have to. They never really explain how you do it, but I think just kind of licking this thing's mouth enough is probably enough to do it, kind of like a mother dog would. So you can transfer essence.
And also, Kate's gonna like look at Megan and then like look at the cage door and be like, "Can we release like, just go and unlock it or unlatch it or pull it out, like break it?"
Megan will just kind of like do the doggy wink to one side for the side that's facing away from the spirit, and just all right. What did you see, little one?
Beshaloo, four Beshaloo. They work here long hours, not all of them as full rats, some of them as bodies, hollowed out rats living in the chest like suit, like human cloth. Cloth?
Basically, yes.
They burrow and dig and dig and dig. They burrow and
I will also nudge and lick him and give him a piece of once point of essence.
You guys can both make me an int and occult roll. if you'd like, to try to figure out what type of spirit this is.
Sure. I have 2 dots for that, or 2 dice for that.
Oh,
2 successes.
I have no fucking clue.
Okay. So you think that this
Hero.
is a spirit of dogs, but you think it also is. It's not a Magath. So a Magath, by the way, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, is a spirit that is a fusion of 2 different concepts that are not harmonious. For example, an alley cat on a dump truck. Not necessarily the most, unless you really get morbid with it, like the most obvious one. Or, for example, a spirit of money and a spirit of, I don't know, praying mantises. That's kind of a stretch, right? You could get there, but if it takes you more than like half a second to come up with a connection, that's probably going to be a Magath, which is a weird hybrid. You think that this thing has been fed fear so long, it's probably got some significant taint from pity, or piteousness, or fear in it. Now, basically, it's just an afraid dog spirit. So, because they're spirits of everything. He will tremble and they burrow through that room there. There's another door around the side. And as he's saying that, you'll hear in first tongue a low, sly voice. He's not telling you everything. The cat that's licking himself says. It's not his fault. I'm telling them everything. It's not his fault. He's an idiot.
Why don't you share then?
I would.
You've seen how generous we can be.
True. You have to open the cage, though.
Sure.
No spirit
My
is
word on
that
it.
one.
You can make me
Attempt.
make me an inch and a color roll to try to figure it out.
To use 2 dice or spend willpower.
That will.
Do both.
That's hard to do. I'm not going to spend willpower on this. Nah. No success.
No success? Okay, you have no idea, but both of the faces look up at you, kind of looking like Himalayan cats. They twitch their whiskers. We're oh so hungry.
I'll give it a point of essence now. I'll let you out if you talk.
You'll let me out and then we'll talk. Otherwise, you won't get any talk from talking to Toms.
Do you like to talk?
I love to talk. Meow, meow, meow.
But also, I'm not particularly stupid.
But that means you're a little stupid, right? Don't worry.
We all can be sometimes.
Well, I'm not stupid enough to be left in here. Excuse me for not trusting dogs.
How did you get in the cage in the first place?
We were just wandering around. The cages, some of them are spirits as well. Not mine. I was caught snooping.
Not
Normally.
particularly.
Well, it's normally a task reserved for bagels. That was a joke. I know about human things. You're part human. Fine. They have another with them. Another Bechelou. Fully formed.
Rats.
A rat king. Fancies himself a minister. A bishop. Calls himself the Red One. The Red Minister, I think it was. The Red Bishop. Thinks he's a big shot. He's not. Bet you could take him.
Entirely possible.
Let me out and I'll tell you one of his weak spots.
I'll let you out, and if you tell me, I'll then feed you. Just a little incentive not to run off without saying anything.
Well, here's the cage, half-breed.
I'll break it.
Okay.
Or
Meanwhile,
open it at least.
you can just kind of rip it open with your claws. Meanwhile, across the room, Brighton, you're looking around, and you can see, okay, they were using this place as a base of operations. It's a long, dark room with a couple of almost cave entrances. One leading down a swirling flight of rough granite stairs at the south side of the room. It's a rectangle with a broken wall, and you imagine that as you look through the broken wall that you pounded through, it's probably a storage room. In the real world, anyway. Or maybe a kennel. There would be exits there and there. You start getting a layout of the room in the real world, getting a good sense of it. Why here? Why here? Glancing around, you see that there are some tracks. There are little leftovers, little gnawed bits on the sides of some of the materials here. A little bit of gnawed brick, a little bit of gnawed, well, it's not wood, but it sure acts like wood. Pretends that it's wood. The rats were here. But you think that there might be something on the other side of the gauntlet. That's the important part here. As you walk into the room and scout out the room that you fell through, that the dissolved gauntlet is on the back part of, that's when you're going to notice something that really catches your eye. It's just a single thing. A footprint. Giant and clawed and Bechelou, obviously. It almost looks like a paw, but stretched out over 15 inches. But it's not in blood, or dirt, or shit. It walks through the hole in the gauntlet and leaves a solitary print on the floor of the spirit world in ash. As you sniff it, you can tell that it's not just any ash. It still is tinged with a scent of meat. Just barely. Without that exceptional success, there's no way you would get it, but I'm assuming that a wolf can tell the difference between burning a stick and burning a body. Since they can literally smell cancer. So...
yeah.
Which is ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah.
They can smell COVID, for God's sake. Like, it's ridiculous. They're training beagles to do that right now.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing?
Am I able to throw my senses across the gauntlet?
Yes, you
sight
are. Yes, you are.
specifically?
Okay. You look across and you see that you are in... It's not a kennel. It's a small, sterile... Well, a small room that would be sterile were it not overused. There's a walk-in fridge on one side of the room that doesn't exist on this side. There's a door that goes around into that room where all of the spirit animals are caged. But as you look across, the room is very dark, I should say. Your wolf senses will have no problem seeing in the dark. But the lights are off. No one is here at the moment. It's a little past 7 o'clock, you reckon. Actually, there's an analog clock on the wall there that says it's 7:15. What you see is at the end of the hall, at the end of this small room, is an industrial-grade incinerator for disposing of animal corpses. And you'll also see there's something scratched into the side of it. The metal of this incinerator is marred, like someone took a knife to it. Do you approach?
Yeah.
It's just one phrase carved again and again. He is not dead. He is not dead.
Oh, fuck.
And then a second phrase, only a single time, carved just above the lip of the incinerator. The fire will rise.
Oh, good. I'm gonna go back to the others, I think.
Okay. While you were looking around, Claire, you are searching the area for anything to do with smell. And as you are doing so, you got 2 successes, right?
Yep.
You sniff around, and yeah, bestially for sure. You can scent them very strongly. But that's not all you smell. The bestially were here. But there's something else. And do you follow your nose?
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to scent. You're going to follow the scent that's going. Did you add the extra bonuses to perception for being in your wolf form when you rolled, by the way? Because I had a feeling that some of you would forget that. So
I did forget that, but I got an
you
exceptional
got an
anyway,
exceptional success
so...
anyway. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, you
Wait.
Yeah.
and you also gain bonuses for having primal urge.
Oh. But I didn't. But I don't have anything in Urshel.
You don't have any. Oh, you're right. It's Urhan that has
It's
the
only
bonus.
it's only perception.
And what's your primal urge?
2.
Okay, so you don't get the tracking bonus till 4. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to make sure. As you're sniffing through, there's a scent that's coming from the other side of the wall that Brighton is staring intently at. As you look at it, it's a wall covered with ripped and broken ephemera. The gauntlet's been torn, and you know that if you step through, you'll be stepping back into the real world. You could also cast your eyes across.
Can I cast my nose across?
You can.
Oh, but I guess that doesn't really work without my eyes.
You can cast both across.
I would like to do that.
Sure. You throw your senses across the gauntlet, and on the other side, you'll be looking at the small crematorium of a veterinary clinic. It's quite dirty. The grout is brown and caked with unscrubbed mold and viscera.
Ooh.
And ash. And you walk back a little ways. The scent's strong. It's not in this room. But you're scenting it. You caught the scent through the hole in the gauntlet. Following it back, you find yourself in the clinic. No, not clinic. The kennel area, where they keep all of the dogs before any type of surgery or afterwards. Where all of these animals would be. All of you who are paying attention and aren't engaged at the moment will see Claire kind of wandering like half blindly back and forth across the floor following her nose. Which is not really much of a big deal for dogs. She wanders kind of around near where Megan and Kate are, sniffing. And then you'll see and smell one of the cages here has an animal in it. There are just normal animals on this side. Many of them are afraid. Some of them are sick. Some of them are dying. And probably one of the more fragile rodents is dead, having just died overnight. But there's one dog right there. No. Actually, right next to where they're talking. It's a Shiba Inu. And you see that you can smell a bit of human blood. It has a tag on its kennel that says basically a red tag for danger.
Oh.
Keep handle with care type of alert. And you can see that there's a little bit of human blood splattered on its paw and around its muzzle.
Attack Shiba Inu.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. What does its owner tag say?
If you get close enough, the owner tag says that it belongs to someone named Caleb Skinner. If this interests you at all, just a reminder that if you taste blood for the next calendar month, you can you always know what direction that person or thing is until you taste blood again.
But he's on the other side.
Yes, but you can transmute your taste across the gauntlet.
Nice. I want to do that too.
It's weird, but you can do it.
I'm gonna lick it.
Okay, you're gonna lick it. Good job.
I'm gonna lick it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Lick it.
You lick it and gain a taste of human blood. And will immediately know that this person is in Kitsilano. Or maybe north. Maybe he's in North Van. But he's definitely north of here. And from where you are in Dunbar, Kitsilano's the most likely. It feels about that strong. You can kind of vaguely make out what it says on the side of this animal's chart. I just realized, you know what's great? It's when you're running a game and you realize how little you know about the insides of an organization. You're like, wait, do they have charts for animals? I feel like they would.
Yeah, but I feel like they wouldn't be on the kennel. They'd be
I feel like
in,
it'd be in the computer,
chart
right?
area. Or it depends if it's online or if it's paper.
Yeah, I feel like there might be
paper.
like a warning on the cage that says like, don't put your fingers near this one, guys. Or something like that. But like,
yeah, probably.
I should bug James about veterinary stuff the next time I want to do something. He worked in
Yeah,
one for like
I think
6
they
years.
usually have like its name, owner's name, and then like any warnings.
Each office probably has their own system too.
Yeah, true.
So this one, however, I will say that make me a wits and animal can.
Ooh,
Or
animal
composure
can,
and animal
say.
can. Either way works.
Wits would be better.
Sure.
I'm gonna use willpower, maybe.
Cool. Can I get someone to pick a number between 1 and 5?
4.
Okay, and can I
Say
pick...
4 too.
Okay. Can you pick a number between 1 and 20 that is not 4?
17.
I think that's 20, so... Aww. Okay, so this dog has one of 2 names, which is just phenomenal because it accidentally... I checked a dog name generator, and it named itself after one of our favorite people in the chat.
Aww.
So it's either named Taco or Stewie.
Oh my god!
Aw.
Oh, that's
Obviously,
great.
Taco.
Taco?
Yeah.
It's a Shiba, it's not a wiener. I'm sorry, Taco Wiener Salad.
And I feel like that's something that somebody in Vancouver would name a dog.
It is.
Sushi was also an option, but you guys didn't pick that row. Mr. Muggles is an option too.
Mr. Muggle.
That's adorable.
Taco
I got
Muggles.
3.
Taco Muggles sounds like a great private eye name. Taco Muggles.
Maybe its name is Taco Stew.
Taco Stew? Nah, I think it's just Taco. But it's named after Stew. We all know it's named after
Yeah.
Stew. Okay, so Stew, if you watch this later, that's for you. I love Stu. Such a great guy. So you take a look at this dog, and it's just kind of sitting on its paws, kind of whining in a little bit of distress. You can definitely see on its tags, or at least the tags on its cage, that it's marked for termination.
Oh.
It looks like it bit a human. That's usually standard procedure, right? They don't. If your dog's turned in and it's shown as violent, they don't usually give you a second chance, and they definitely don't in the World of Darkness. Dogs get one strike.
I want to save Taco.
The gauntlet's right there.
I'm gonna do it. I have no composure. I'm doing it. I'm saving
All right.
Taco.
Great. Okay. That sounds great.
I will tell them what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. So at this point, you will feed Tom Two-Face. No, it's not Tabby Two-Face. It's Tom Two-Face. Talking Tom Two-Face. You will feed it some essence, and both of its heads are going to Cheshire Cat smile at you, and are going to admit that the last time they saw this thing, the transformation wasn't complete. Wherever it wriggled inside of the body under its left arm, it left a hole. I don't know if it's healed over, but it hadn't when I saw them last 3 days ago. Might be easier to open them up. Actually, I haven't... Yeah, it can make that noise. I've decided.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a
spirit.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, can do what it wants.
Might be alarming to hear it, but
You're like, what? From a cat.
Goes right through its armor.
hmm.
Like a claw through a mouse's skull.
Sounds like a worthy challenge.
Both of the mouths will smile at you and go,
Alright. Kate'll give essence to one of them. If Megan is giving the other. Why not?
Oh, both
Been
heads
helpful.
need essence?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I'll do it.
Oh, a good deal.
I like this one.
Fine. And she'll give it essence.
Okay. And with that, it'll just run off, which is the weirdest thing to watch because both heads want to go forward. So it kind of
So it's like circling.
No, I think it runs off like a cartoon magnet being let go at a piece of metal. Like both the sides of the U go in simultaneously.
Hmm.
It runs off like... I didn't mean to have an actual cat Siamese twin, but it happened. I'm sorry. I know that's not the term we use these days. I listened to an entire episode of Sawbones about that. Yeah, anyway. So it runs off. Okay.
It's like cat dog.
But it's
But
cat.
cat.
It's cat.
That's cat.
It's
I
pussy
did that
galore.
too.
Oh, I like that. Cat
Alright.
cat.
Cat. All right. So Brighton, you come back from looking at that, and what do you guys do? Claire, do you announce you're leaving? What do you do?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say you guys. Secondary mission. I know we didn't come to do this, but I need to save a dog.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Do we
what are
want to
you-
do it now or after we've
Yes.
checked where the Baishalu are? Because they're
I'm
still
already
here.
gone.
Kate says to the hole in the gauntlet.
space.
Megan's kind of going,
Fine.
I'm gonna
Charges
this
through.
dog.
Right
Okay.
after. Where are we gonna put it?
All
I'll
right.
figure it out.
Kate jumps through after in case.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Megan and be like,
Megan's gonna look back and just be like, not my problem.
Trembling tails will... Cage?
Oh wait,
Want out?
I let it out.
Oh, did you say you let it out? My bad.
Yeah, no, like I when we
It's
went
gonna
up to
stare
talk to Trembling
dumbly-
Tail, she broke it and then
Oh.
like nuzzled and gave essence and was like, okay.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Okay. So in that case, it's just going to sit there going... with all three of its tails.
Megan's gonna nudge it out of the cage. Like, it's okay, little one. Out. You can go.
I'll stay with you for now. Stay with Pack. Stay with Pack. Pack is good.
Aw.
Pack is good. Many dog is good. Many dog is good. That is not a dog. It's just shaped like a dog. Don't talk to that dog. That's a mean thing.
I'm gonna look at Megan and be like, "That is yours." And I'm just gonna follow.
Megan will give it a very stern look and say, "We have a totem who's a very good dog.
As you say that,
We
there's
will
going
be
to
subservient to him."
there is a spot of darkness next to you that swirls kind of like an oil slick going down a drain, and a black dog will materialize next to you. I am Alpha.
Over him, yes.
Yes, that's the context, yes.
Good. Are we understood? She'll look at the other one. Then she'll
Meanwhile,
turn and
Okay.
move over and just say, "Come." Sort of thing.
comes right at you. Meanwhile, across the gauntlet, Claire, you step across through the hole that's been breached and find yourself in the cremation room, or well, the incinerator room, let's be fair, as well as the cold storage for all of the dead animals.
Right.
There's a door that leads into the kennel room.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the door.
Okay. The door is unlocked from this side, because why wouldn't it be?
Nice.
What form are you in?
That's a good question. I was still in, I didn't say I'd switch, so I was still in Urchul.
However, it is a full moon tonight, so you may shift reflexively.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Maybe I'll go to Dalu.
Okay.
That's my preferred form.
Walking forward, you will take a moment, and with the fluidity of water, your bones and muscles will shift up into a hulking version of yourself.
Yeah.
The door pops open. And as soon as you open that door, you are going to hear a high-pitched beep.
Oh, in the kennel?
Yes, the doors are alarmed. It's not motion, because that would be stupid. But the doors are alarmed. Blame Blog, he just blew drama bomb in the chat.
Oh, that's okay.
Beep. So there's a security system going off. The panel's just across the room. You can see it.
I'm gonna go to the panel.
Okay. Looking around, you can see as you walk across the room, you make it halfway before you realize there's a security camera overhead. What do you do?
What point do I jump in?
You are right behind her, so
Okay.
let Claire,
So-
you head to the panel. Are you doing anything, or should Kate go?
Kate can go first.
Okay, so
Okay.
you follow through the door. Or what form are you in, Kate?
Kate's is still in her wolf, in Urshel, dire wolf.
Okay, so that's great. Good.
Yeah. You launched yourself through as wolf and went through and was like, oh. Yeah, she was basically gonna look around for security cameras.
Okay, there's a security camera looking right down at you. You think through one of those opaque fishbowl bubbles.
Oh shit. Whatever equivalent of.
Merde. That's the first tongue for shit.
Is it?
Merde. Oh yeah, French is first tongue, don't you know?
Okay, good to know. She's gonna try and get herself out of view as fast as she can if there's something to hide behind in all of her unsubtlety.
Okay, backing up, you are actually going to hit your ass against the door that's going shut behind you, and are going to slam the door with your ass. You're going to scrabble a little on the tile floor. What do you do?
Is the camera still right in front of me? Can it still see me?
You don't know. It's actually one of those black bubbles.
Crap. But I can still see it, so it could.
You can still see it. You can see there's a red light on inside of it.
Does she know what that means?
Yes, you worked retail.
I know.
Also,
Well, a
we're
lot of
putting up
retail places
security
don't have
cameras.
actual cameras.
No,
Yeah.
but they have a red light on the inside, and that's supposed
Yeah.
to mean on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's just
So
okay. Because, like,
What-
I'm just gonna tell you right now, I've worked in several places that did not have cameras.
I want to break
None
it.
at all.
You
Zero.
want to break the camera?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
want to.
What are you gonna break it with? So it's up on the ceiling. The ceiling's about 12 feet tall. You can easily just jump up and punch it.
That was my idea in the first place. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I'm not gonna make you roll for that. You're gonna jump up and rip it off.
Kate just wishing Megan was already through.
Better.
Okay. So the dogs and cats in this room are going ape shit at this point. The ones that aren't drugged or sleeping off infections are just barking and howling and yelling. And you are going to just leap up and rip it out of the ceiling. Dangling circuits are going to be exposed as you do so, and it's going to hit the ground and just explode if you don't, unless you like hold on to it. Are you like?
Yes.
Are you just scraping it off the ceiling, or are you just gonna rip it and hold it?
Oh, I'll rip it and hold it.
Okay. So the wires are going to stretch and snap like taffy or bubblegum pulled to their breaking point, and you'll be holding this nodule camera that's about the size of a softball in your hand.
Cool.
It's detached and powers down.
Cool. Let's toss
Kate,
it
what
to
do
the side now.
Actually,
Kate's gonna try and get back on her feet and maybe shift up to Dire, or no, not Dire, Dalu.
Dalu? Cool. It just takes you
Dalu.
it takes you a few seconds to do it. So
Yeah.
not as smoothly as Claire just did, but you'll feel your bones begin to crack and realign themselves. Your muscle stretches painfully, like a long tearing stretch that feels so good, and yet you are reconfiguring your body into a different shape.
Yeah, as you do.
You get used to it.
Kate's gonna look over at Claire and just go like, "What dog are we saving?"
Taco.
What?
The dog will lift its head.
There you go.
No.
That one.
Okay.
Claire's gonna go over to the panel and try to stop the alarm.
Okay. Beep. You think you probably have about another 15 seconds. How are you going to try to shut it off?
I want to look at what kind of pad is it?
So it is a simple beige pad with a flip down number screen. It is a 9-digit pad. A couple of the numbers are a little more rubbed off than the others.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably a 4-digit code. Most places like this usually have a 4-digit.
I wanted to see which ones are like more common. Or like, I'm not more common, sorry, more rubbed off.
3 numbers are more rubbed off: 9, 0, and 4.
Okay, I'd like to use computers and intelligence to try to figure it out.
Okay.
Or wits and computers?
You'd say let's go int.
Okay. Because I don't know how else I'd stop it, so that's my...
Okay, that sounds good.
idea.
You basically, in a single round, you can choose to enter 3 codes. You have 3 of the numbers. There are 4 codes. The chances of you doing this are 1 in, I want to say 16, but I know it's way higher than that.
Okay.
What'd you say, Jen?
Oh, I said something factorials.
I know. I have a B in all math though.
That's solid.
It's great. I took a math course that did all the way up to like trig and calculus and all of those just because I needed it for an upgrade, and I got like a B. I have a B in all math.
Nice.
Beat
I
that.
got 2.
2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Looking, you can see that the other one is probably a 1. There's a little bit of a smell to it and a little bit of a finger oil slick on it that
Nice.
reflects a little bit in your light. So basically, you've got 4 numbers and 4 chances here. Well, 3 chances. What order are you putting them in?
No, you're asking me the person?
I'm asking you, the person. I will say the 4 is the most faded. So the 4 probably has the most finger oil on it.
So that means it's used first.
Yeah.
Okay. Can Oh, I wanted just a little bit more information.
You may ask me one more question with that seconds with those 2 successes.
I guess I don't have enough time. When we looked up this area, did we like Google search it, or
Yeah, you did a little bit of searching.
can I recall if there was either not an address, maybe a phone number to it?
Make me an int and wits roll.
Okay.
So that's your general remember roll.
2 again.
2 successes? Yeah, it did. It was what was it? It was 40. You remember 40? It started with 40. Might be it.
Okay, I'll try 4091.
Beep-de-de-deep. No alarm logged.
Hey, did we do it?
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
Hey, we did it.
Nice.
To be honest with you, that was actually the one I was gonna try first. But
See, you should have
if
just
4 was first,
believed
I
in
should've just gone
yourself.
for it.
Go with your gut.
Beep, 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 beep. And it shuts off.
Nice. Okay. Good. That was getting annoying. I will grab Taco's cage. Actually, I will try to make friends with Taco first, because now we have a bit more time that
Sure.
the alarm's off.
Let's see. How old is Taco? Let's roll a die. He is 2 years old.
Oh.
Hold on. Is this a puppy? I think this is Taco. So I'm gonna put it in the Twitch chat right now, and tell me if this is the Taco you're looking for.
I'm excited.
Oh!
So it's either him or
Is this the taco you are looking
Yes.
for? Does this help you?
Baby.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
I love him.
this is Collect Dog the game.
Yeah, no
Where is it?
kidding.
Some
Just-
some are physical, some
The
are
second one's
spirit.
equally cute, but the first one's just
The first
freaking
one's perfect.
adorable.
I like the first one.
The first one is our Taco.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, if you'd rolled a little younger, you should see some of the puppies.
Oh.
It's a baby.
I guess that first one is pretty young, though, huh?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. He's
Yeah.
pretty small
Oh.
looking.
Becarius is asking
Yeah.
if we should do a poll.
Which one's Taco?
As to which one is Taco.
Pick your taco.
Pick your Taco. Yeah, Amy, go ahead and make a poll.
How do I do? I don't know how to
You do
that.
/poll,
Oh. Okay.
and you
I
can do
make-
it.
How do I? No, what? I am not doing this properly. Ah, here we go. Okay.
And so it's only Taco 1 and Taco 2, but here's a third Taco just in case you want to see one.
Oh man.
Mm.
I love tacos. Oh.
Oh. Still one, but oh, this is
Number one
making
is-
me want a pet
Green
in the
taco.
place that I can't have a pet. Oh, so sad.
And the other one's kind of squish taco. Oh, they're all so good.
And finally, here is Taco number 3. That is not an option because I rolled too old for the dog,
Oh, okay.
and because they wouldn't a puppy wouldn't get put in here.
Oh.
Yes. For those of you on YouTube, I'm sorry you don't get to see the Taco, but
Oh.
it's freaking adorable. You know what? Actually, you can see the Taco. One sec. I know how to do this. There we go. There's the Taco. There's the potential Taco. Alright. Oh, I guess I should show the original Taco. So this
Yeah.
is the dog.
Yeah, the
there.
one we're actually looking at.
Taco 1 seems to be the
Oh,
winner.
I'm Taco now in Twitch.
Yeah, you were.
Alright.
Oh, pick your
That's
taco.
fine. I
get
can
to
I can
vote.
I can be puppied for the rest of the game.
Alright, so
I'm gonna make it.
so make me a presence and animal ken roll to try to befriend Taco.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh dear.
Out of curiosity, how many of us
go.
actually have animal kin? Because
Not
I
me.
certainly don't.
So,
I actually was just thinking, hey, I should probably buy my first dot of animal ken soon.
I have animal kin.
I
so
want to
what-
use willpower.
okay, you can
Okay,
also add a
do it.
plus. You can add your primal urge to this.
Oh,
Can
God,
I help?
will-
Can I support? Can I give you potential successes?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Okay.
I'll let you add your primal urge to this because it's a dog that bit somebody, so it understands what it's like to inflict pain, and,
and
therefore
primal
it's
urge. Also primal urge
Yeah.
for supporting role. Okay.
Yeah. because it's a dog.
Because dice.
Yeah.
It
Nice.
looks like
Are those-
first taco is winning.
Yes.
Oh, I should vote for tacos.
Not as many as I was hoping, but you do get +1.
Thank you. All right, let's
Get
see.
one more.
And tacos' willpower is 10.
Whoa,
Actually,
that's a lot of willpower.
Oh.
have you ever tried to
Okay.
get a Shiba Inu to do anything?
No. Oh.
It's Taco Supreme.
Ta-da.
All right.
Okay.
We wanted to go to Taco Bell, and we got this instead.
We-
I think this is better.
Can we bring
you-
Taco to Taco
So much
Bell?
better.
Oh man.
If you do, then he'll eat a bunch and he'll become Taco Grande.
Oh my God, yes. 2 again. I
2
like-
sixes. The dog. So Taco, the dog, will whine and kind of paw at his cage and kind of stick his nose between the cold metal bars and will kind of like out toward your hand.
Oh, I'm gonna let him lick my hand.
He will lick your
Hopefully he's
hand.
not gonna bite my hand.
He will not bite your hand.
That's nice.
He will go jack 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 on the cage.
Yeah.
Whine whine.
Probably helps that we don't smell like normal humans.
No, you smell like
Yeah.
wolves.
Okay, I will. Is there something like I can use as a. Ooh, do they have like a leash around here somewhere?
Yeah.
Nice.
In this room, there are at least 10 leashes.
Nice. I'm
ver-
going to grab one and open the cage and put
Okay.
him on the leash.
The cage does have a padlock on it.
Oh.
Does it? For how long? Kate will
Uh,
break it while you're looking for
That
a
sounds
leash.
great. Make me a strength and larceny. Strength and larceny.
Okay, I'm in Dallas, so my strength is 4. My larceny is not as good as it could be.
Can you
But-
not just, like, do it?
I'm just
Look at all
gonna.
of these dog wounds.
Oh.
Our dog needs to have its nails trimmed. Charlie is very
Oh, yeah.
feral.
At what point does Brighton come?
Oh, so you were coming up.
Princess.
I
Okay.
was, yeah.
So, Brighton, you are going to walk upstairs and open the door to this right as you hear the sound of metal ripping. And you see Kate tear open a cage right as Claire turns around with a leash. It is a... starts with white, goes to black. It is an orange leash.
Nice. All right.
Can I just look around the room and be like, did they at least take care of any cameras?
You can probably see one scattered on the ground if you look hard enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we get this back out? Can we take it across?
Brighton, your phone vibrates in your pocket.
I'll look at it.
It's Link.
I'll answer it. Hello?
Hey, Brighton, how's it going? You'll hear a crash in the background. Hey,
I'm a
are you?
little busy, but what's up?
Baby's breaking stuff. The Adam, no, don't Adam, put that down. Adam, you put that down. Oh, no, I'm coming down. Don't chase me. Oh my God, what the hell?
I'm putting this on speaker in the room. Just
Oh my God.
Link, you're the adult in the household. You have the power.
He has sharp teeth. You can hear the sound of.
I think by this point Megan has come across the gauntlet
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
She's gonna stay in Dalu so that she won't be recognized
Okay.
if there is a camera. And she's
Not
just
anymore.
gonna-
It's gone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brick. I appreciate it. Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
wow.
Did Precarious just give us like 10 more subs?
Yep.
Oh, thank you
Yes.
so much,
You're
man. You're a
welcome.
hero. Holy shit, that's like 20 subs. Like 10?
Oh,
I think it's 10.
10.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so generous. Thank you so much. If you didn't notice,
nice.
Breck, you're a VIP on the channel.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So I did make him a VIP today, him and Joe. So because
Nice.
they're good friends of the channel. Yeah, looking around, you'll notice two things. One, it sounds like Link is running. You'll hear the sound of the metal stairs inside of your den. Clank, 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 clank.
Link, what the fuck? Be an adult.
His eyes are glowing.
Where's
What?
where's Nick? Is he still around?
About that. And I think as he says that, we're going to go into a flashback.
Oh boy.
But before we do that, let's take a quick break to go grab some more water, do a little stretch. Guys, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the rest of this session of Werewolf. See you in just a moment. Welcome back. We're here with Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park, and you are inside of the back room of the Dunbar Veterinary Hospital. But that's not where your minds wander. As you ask if Nick can help, the four of you flash back to several weeks ago. When Nick finally felt well enough to speak with you. You wanted to bring up the strange items you'd found in his hotel room. How did you do that?
Probably just went, "Hey, Nick."
He sits up on the bed, looking very drawn and wan. His beard has been overgrown and it needs a desperate trim. You can see the streaks of gray dancing around the scar on his jaw. Yeah, what's up?
How much do you remember about us retrieving you?
Or before that?
Or, yeah.
Not much.
Okay.
Still pretty hazy. Is everything okay? He looks around at the four of you.
Do you remember why you were there in the first place?
That you needed some time apart or something, right? We were... I didn't want to invade the space too much. So I had a... You talking about the hotel room, or you...
I thought you just wanted to get away from us. I mean, I don't blame you.
I
mean, you can basically take one of the spare rooms. It's not like we're all...
Yeah. I just didn't want to be in your space the whole time. Why do you ask? Does one of you have the file folder on you?
Yeah, we would.
Well, we
Found
gathered
this.
all your stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Needless to say, we're really curious.
Yeah.
This doesn't make a lot of sense. We weren't...
Is anyone holding the baggie of that kind of grayish powder?
I'm not sure.
Megan will probably have picked it up and just and this. I'm just kind of like,
don't touch that.
Don't. Sorry?
Don't touch that.
Oh, here.
You didn't open it, right?
No.
No.
Like, we just gathered all your stuff, Nick.
Oop. Water?
That stuff's really bad for you.
Okay.
You ingest it, you get it in yourself, in your blood. It stops you from shifting.
Let me get you another bag to put that in. Let's like triple or quadruple bag it.
It wears off, but it's not great. It's a compound that...
Where'd you get it?
Why do you have it?
Does it have anything to do with, well...
RD13?
Let's
Yeah.
let him answer the questions. We're kind of bombarding him.
This file is very concerning. How?
Kate?
Okay, sure.
Let him speak.
I'm a biochemist. There's not too much work for that outside of certain fields. When I got my degree, can I get a composure and empathy roll off of all of you? Actually,
Yeah.
This is-
Composure and empathy?
yes.
Would my detect lies specialization apply here?
It
Or
might,
his
yes.
body language apply.
Body language definitely applies.
I'm going to spend a willpower if I can.
Cool. Me too.
Do that too.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, that's the 10 that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends.
Oh.
Okay, I have several, so
Okay, I also have several because I have 9 again on this.
nice.
I also have several, but maybe not as many as you.
4 successes. Kate,
I got 4 exactly.
You guys don't know.
I have double that.
You have 8?
Yes.
Okay. So that's not going to be enough to inflict a condition on him, but you are going to notice as you're talking, he seems to be pretty honest. But Megan, he's distinctly uncomfortable and nervous and tense and kind of like withdrawing his body up against himself like he's expecting to be hit. But the thing that catches you the most is that whenever he's talking about certain parts of this, you can, as I narrate this, pay attention, because he keeps touching that scar that runs along the side of his chin. It's a deep gouging scar that just outlines the corner of his mouth. We never talked about how he got it. But, so I was on my own for a while, and I got a job working at this government facility. Government funded, it was ran private. This thing called RD13. They had a central facility out by Hope. They had one, a smaller one. The actual the testing facility was out in Hope, but they had a smaller facility inside of town, over on the west end. They were humans that were researching the gauntlet. They managed to They were working on other stuff with a pharmaceutical company. They had samples of stuff. Claimed in spirits. And Uratha. And they were keeping tabs on everybody. I brought a copy of that to Val. Brought that to Val when I found out. So that they could lay low. Their experiment went all messed up though a couple years ago. They were trying to find a way to breach the gauntlet. I wasn't there at the time, but the facility in Vancouver got shut down. I think the one in Hope, or I heard that there was another one far north, maybe, like closer up by Yukon. I mean, could have been in Bella Coola or something. I don't know. Maybe Prince George. They're running trials on stuff like that. But that compound there, Argenium-56, it's a compound that uses silver and a couple of other. It's non-toxic to humans, but inside of werewolves, it stops you from shifting or using your gifts. It's thankfully expensive as hell to make. I had an idea about it, though. Now that you mention it, the kid. It doesn't hurt you, it's just more like it constipates you. It's like... I heard you talking about how you're worried about that kid shifting or losing control. About a gram of it would, about 500 milligrams would probably keep him for a couple of days. And there's about 3 months supply there. Gives you some thinking time, at least. I don't think it would hurt him.
But you don't know.
I heard him screaming. I know that it didn't hurt anyone in the trials. Can I see that file? He'll flip to the back pages. Some of the readouts that I got before the Vancouver one shut down. Anybody who skims it can make me an intelligence and medicine roll.
Yeah, I would love to
Sure.
make that roll or attempt it.
Please do, please do.
I will roll the chance die I have.
Oh God, that sounds great.
Just
Roll.
to see.
I
What
actually rolled a
happens?
10 on my chance die.
That's one success. Good job.
I mean, actually, it's
Nope.
not a chance die because I had
Oh.
2 minus 1 is 1. So
Okay.
let me roll
Successes.
that 10 again.
I got
got
0
another-
successes.
Did you
On
botch?
2 dice, 2
No.
successes.
Okay, 2 dice.
Successes.
2 successes. And Megan? 3?
3.
So looking at it, what it looks like is it acts kind of as a diuretic. As far as like physiological reactions beyond beyond the innate ability to maybe diuretic's not the right way to say this. No, actually, diuretic would be the wrong way to say this. It would be looking through the file. Whatever this is looks to be some whatever an inhibition it functions as. There may be a slightly diuretic effect according to like what you've looked through with subjects having upset stomachs. It looks like they had a couple of Uratha that they were testing on. Trial runs. All right. All of you take a beat.
Oh.
Solomon just bought you all a beat. I don't know if that was for just
Oh.
one of you, but I'll give it to all of you because it's been a good game.
Hey.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
So, as you're looking at it, it looks like it probably gives a little bit of intestinal distress, mild at first, and then the body adapts to it pretty readily. You think there didn't seem to be any long-term side effects from exposure to it over the course of about a year, which implies how long they had these people for. It didn't seem to compromise immune system. Okay. It did not seem to compromise immune system, although there is an addendum note written there that an email that's attached that says, well, yeah, but what immune system were we comparing them to? Because I'm pretty sure Subject 22 has the sniffles. But glancing at it with your medical roll, you don't think particularly that it basically looks like some type of, it has a diuretic component and maybe like a vasodilator. Probably leads to a decent amount of flushing. There are signs that it leads to, in the one male patient they had, it did lead to prolonged erections for a little while, and other like flushing palpitations, but nothing lethal. It just looked like it probably was very uncomfortable for the first day or two, and then the body kind of adapted to it.
So essentially, it kind of was turning off the werewolf side.
It turns off the werewolf side, is what you're going to gather. Yes, exactly.
That is horrifying.
Oh yeah.
It's
And they
equally
tested-
horrifying that they somehow caught werewolves and held on to them for that length of time.
Yeah. And then
As you are looking at that, though, you are going to notice that the files that have to do with Argentum 56, they don't have the RD13 stamp on them.
Oh.
Looks like it's a different company that was doing that. Most of it's been redacted, but you will be able to get the side of a logo. And I would like all of you who are looking at this to make me a intelligence plus politics or medicine roll, your choice, at a -2 because it's pretty badly damaged.
Ooh, I have one die that is not a chance die. Haha.
no, Kate
Nope.
was going through these files before.
Hmm.
Was
Oh,
there
actually,
something
one
to
success.
do with the
3 successes again. Thank God for 9 again.
Would I have any advantage from this from having previously been investigating and going through all of this at all?
I'll give you a -1 instead of a -2.
Okay. So I'm gonna spend a willpower on that.
Sounds good.
So that would be, you said it was intelligence, and I'm gonna do politics, I think. Let's see what the... 1.
1? Okay. So you are going to, those of you who succeeded, are going to somehow recognize the following logo, which I accidentally clicked the wrong button for. 1 second. So it is about to be in check your Twitch. It is about to be on my face window. Oops. In theory.
Ah.
Bit of a delay.
It's fair.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
A swooping
Can't really
crescent.
see it. It's
Give
kind
it
of
a
going over
second.
all the windows.
Give it a
Yeah.
second.
Ah,
A swooping
Mhm.
crescent moon with an arrow pointed skyward.
I mean that's what I guessed from Christine's knowledge.
Yep.
But
Something called the Chiron group. Those of you who succeeded on that roll, did anybody use politics?
I did.
no.
Yes.
Cool.
I got one
Actually.
success.
So
I use
medical,
medicine.
you know they are a pharmaceutical company that are responsible for a number of household products. You probably have some ibuprofen downstairs that are made by the Chiron Group or one of its subsidiaries because it acts as an umbrella company. The rest of you are going to automatically know, those of you who use politics are going to know that they are strong-arm corporate lobbyists who are first and foremost the number one bidder, or at least one of their subsidiaries is, for the US COVID vaccine.
Oh.
They actually are apparently ahead of Pfizer, who was the number one US strong arm.
Mhm.
So yes, and that is a difference between our world and theirs, just so you know. Because the Chiron group would totally jump on that vaccine.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I remember playing a member of the Chiron group.
And
Me
you know
too.
what? Actually, they have a lot of really good cred. Because about 2 years ago, there was a strange outbreak on Vancouver Island of an old version, basically an unheard of strain of malaria
Huh.
had broken out on Vancouver Island, very selectively affecting certain members of the populace. But the Chiron group were able to synthesize a vaccine. Or if not the Chiron group, one of their subsidiaries, like... there we go. Keystone Pharmaceuticals was the one that came up with that.
Okay, that's kind of horrifying that one of the biggest pharmaceutical groups knows about us
Huh.
and is experimenting on us and controlling us. They have more than enough money to make this shit. They're probably about to get more, considering they're probably gonna get the COVID vaccine.
Right?
Okay, that's terrifying. So not cool with that. So based on what I was seeing while Nick was talking, like the body language and whatnot.
Yeah.
What sort of rough idea?
He got incredibly uncomfortable whenever he talked about anything to do with the pack.
Okay, so
Whenever he
Just-
talked
I guess-
about bringing information back to them, or anytime he mentioned his sister, particularly.
So did he? Do I feel like he maybe took too long to do it and thus got kind of like given trouble because he participated in it?
Maybe. There's some
think?
guilt there.
So, Kate's. Well, you're thinking that through. Kate's just like, so. Was Lance one of the subjects then?
I think they were going to try to grab him. You should talk to him.
Yeah. Jeez. But, I mean, he's fine, right? So he got away. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. I mean, he's still alive.
The others aren't alive?
With the other pack members?
Well, no, the other subjects.
I don't think they actually took him.
Oh, okay. This is terrifying, I think, is the appropriate word.
This was a while ago.
Which means they've had more time to mess around with stuff.
I don't think most of the data was saved.
What do you mean saved?
Can I get everyone here to make me a quick int and wits roll?
Oh, yeah, totally.
And let me
Sure.
just check one document. All of you can do this. Oh, that's not the right one.
At some point, I should put up my notes from that session where I was doing my research on this.
5.
5.
I got good wits.
Nice.
Okay.
2 for me.
Quick.
2.
Nothing.
Okay, one moment, please. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Let's see. Looking at these files, it looks like Nick's term with RD13 was somewhere between 2001 and 2006.
Lengthwise or starting period?
That's, well, these documents are from that time period.
Okay.
Probably
So-
ending around 2005, 2006.
So he spent several years with them.
He did.
Yeah.
At least one of your parents died around the same time these files end. You'll think about the pack and what Val had told you about the pack members who had died. One of them fell to Bechelou. You know that for sure. Who was the other? So... So, this is where I'm going to put it in your hands at this point, guys.
Okay.
So, one of your pack members died. One of the previous pack members died from a Bechelou attack. That is established in the fiction. However, who that member was always left genderless and ambiguous. So anybody who wants to may choose to have Olivia Johnson, Aaron Butler, or Edward Powers have died during that period. And I'm putting this
I'm
in
fine
your
with
hand.
mine.
Okay.
If anybody else really feels strongly, then
It
I
can be
certainly-
multiples.
Well, I think Claire would have felt more strongly about fighting the Bechelou if, or unless she didn't know.
Okay, so we'll
Megan
say...
was pretty fierce against them.
Yeah.
She wrecked them hard, so that would work.
Yeah, it
We
makes
just
sense.
didn't lean into it at the time.
So died
Yeah.
by Bechelou. So we're going to say that the last one out was Aaron Butler.
Sure.
Okay. Then both... does Olivia die during this time or prior?
Prior.
Okay. So Brighton and Kate, your dad died.
I think he died quite a bit earlier.
Well, I gave you two options. They
Or-
died now or later.
Oh,
So-
sorry, later then.
Yeah.
Never mind. I missed that.
Okay, then who died here? Because one of you guys died.
I thought we
Okay,
said- wasn't it-
Olivia.
Olivia died there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna have to repeat who died where.
Hmm.
I didn't catch that at all.
That's fair. Actually, one sec. So I feel like... Olivia,
Mm.
what's your spirit touchdown?
So Claire's or her mom's?
Claire's.
Spirit touchstone.
Oh, sorry, not Olivia, Claire. Duh. Sorry. My
That's
bad.
okay. I answered anyways.
It's true.
It was. What did I say? I have to go back to my messages. Sorry. I didn't write it down on this sheet for whatever reason.
What? It's the most important thing.
I know.
It's not the
I
most
know.
important thing.
It's come up very, very often for me. Okay.
Was it like the buddy spirit or something?
Were we the ones who shared that?
Yeah.
Because somebody else had it besides me.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
And I think we specified enough of a difference because mine was looking like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just to make them extra different from each other.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly what I specified, though, to be honest with you.
Okay. Well,
I
in
think
that...
you had more
and
of the typical buddy spirit.
Yeah.
Cool. Then in that case, I'm going to swap this around, guys.
Okay.
So, died by Bechelou is going to be Edward.
Okay.
Edward Powers died by Bechelou, as far as you know, somewhere around 2010. Olivia died prior, probably much earlier on. Probably around 2000 or so. Megan, your dad died at RD 13.
Well, before you pause for that, I was starting to try and figure out how to express that I was going to press Nick a bit on it.
Okay.
Having noticed his tick, and I was going to call him on it. But I think... You know what? I think maybe I should do a composure and resolve just to see if I can hold on to it enough to, like, keep my training to, like, draw people out and talk to people properly.
Sure. Go ahead. Give me this roll.
Or if you just go after them.
Or if I just kind of, like, make the dots connect and go, wait a second. 3 successes, so I think I hold on to my composure.
So you go a bit pale.
And just... So Christine can't think of how to word this accurately. I
Sure,
think
go ahead.
Megan probably would. But basically the whole thing of like, okay, there's clearly a tick. You lasted a certain amount of time with them to gather all this. When did you tell the pack, sort of thing? Like, there's something more going on that you're not telling us. But kind of trying to do it in a nice enough way that it's not going to immediately just shove him on the defensive and make him clam up and run away from us. Which... She has 9 again on empathy, so hopefully she can kind of get that across.
Val and I never got along, and she got the right genes and I didn't, so I went to try to use my head as much as possible to help, but she didn't. So I tried to help him with this and get it to him when I saw that the pack was being targeted. And they took the fight to the facility in West Van. Not everybody came back. Val blamed me for not telling them sooner. She lost control and almost killed me. She did that.
Megan is gonna kind of actually like crawl onto the edge of the bed and just like kind of pull him to her and just be like, "You're our pack." And basically kind of just do the, "You're a valued member of the pack. Just don't hide shit from us."
I went back to work for them afterwards.
Did you try and get more of that information?
Not well. I mean, I did, but I didn't get anything. I wanted to see what I could do with the main facility, so I got hired on. With one of those companies, with the Pleius Guild. They run the facility out in Hope. When the rest of the pack had died, can you make me a persuasion and manipulation or presence roll here? You can also use intimidation if you'd like. Anybody here can help as well, just with
Can
your
I help
presence.
because Kate's about to cry?
Yeah, please.
Persuasion
So-
or does empathy work to
Uh,
draw people out?
sure. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank God that gives me dice.
Okay.
What's the role I'm looking for?
What are you gonna try to do? How are you doing it? That'll determine your roll.
That's
So
fair.
Manipulation.
Then never mind.
Kate's just empathy,
Okay, presence and empathy.
and presence,
Sure,
and
go
all
ahead.
the presence,
Who is primary?
and willpower.
I've got
don't know.
9 again.
So you should do it, but I'm gonna see how many more dice I can give you.
Sounds
Okay.
good. I always could use more dice.
Holy shit. Okay. Hold on. Okay, that's not as good as it could be, but that's 5 successes.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty damn good, Amy. That gives me 10 dice.
I definitely spent a willpower on that.
When it comes to teamwork, your dice are like, sure.
I have
Chris.
others, not
Yep.
myself.
Okay.
Right?
No, go ahead.
I'm still re-rolling.
If you succeed, you will apply the leveraged condition on him. Which means you can request an honest answer, and he has to give it to you, or else lose this condition.
Mm.
Or else not lose this condition.
Okay. 8.
8 successes.
I just kept rolling 10s in a row.
Cool, that's more than my willpower at the moment, so that's great.
That's good.
I've been thinking a lot and doing research. That's why I got the hotel room, because I wanted to see if I could get into any of their medical files through my old access or through some of my contacts. I needed to buy my way inside of their trust.
Megan will kind of freeze at that one.
Will you spend leveraged?
Yes.
Alright, so spending leveraged. I
What's that mean, Nick?
Val was getting older, right? And you know, she wasn't really interested in, you know, guys or anything. She had some of her eggs froze when she was younger. I stole them. she ever knew. That's how I was able to get some of these files. Megan,
Yeah.
this is going to send ice water through your veins. Because you had a one-on-one encounter with a young woman that looked just like your dead Alpha.
Yeah.
He'll look up and lock eyes with you. I don't know what they did with it.
I think I meant something that they did with it.
And I think we're going to call game there.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So, hey guys, I hope you enjoy.
Was that the street kid that got pulled back off into that van when I talked to her?
No, that's the
Really?
strange creature that you fought in
sewer.
the creature
one
that
yeah.
Pennywised.
Yeah.
To the grate.
Into the sewer.
The one that had
Oh,
Val's
shit!
face.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
The weird, freaky thing that did things that werewolves are supposed to be able to do, but things that werewolves aren't supposed to be able to do.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck! Of course, Chiron group.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Werewolf took a slight twist. This is what I warned you guys about at the beginning when we were building. I'm like, I have weird ideas. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is great.
Oh
This
shit!
is great. Yeah.
This
Oh,
is what
God.
this is what Jen signed up for, was like weird science experiments and stolen
This is true.
Maybe
ovarian
that's what I signed up for too.
stolen ovums and
Yeah. No, I think like Megan's gonna have, when she said that, kind of like sit back on her heels slightly and just be like, just shit.
So anyway, I realize this is kind of more mature subject matter. So I hope that this didn't trouble anybody who's listening. How's everybody? How are you players feeling?
Good.
A little
Good.
Caitlin's
flabbergasted.
Yeah, just
Caitlin's
like,
look is like this.
Shit!
Sorry.
It's
Well, I
good.
really, really want to know who those guys are now, like that we killed.
Which guys
the
did you
cop.
killed?
The cop,
Oh, the
Is-
Sullivan.
creepy brother who got skinned.
I think
Sullivan's.
Mark's. I think Phil's still alive.
Phil's just been skinned. We don't know what happened.
Yeah,
to
we don't
him.
know
We
what
don't know
happened
if
to
he
him.
died or not, but I assume he died.
He
Oh, the
probably
Sullivans
died.
are
Well, the
great.
end of that,
Technically,
the end of that
he was
season was
something weird.
basically an after credit scene of like him
Him-
lying in his room, just
Him
like
being found
Yeah.
gasping on the bed because he hadn't paid rent.
or
That's
something
true.
like that.
Like,
Yeah.
So
just
But
skinless
he was still
body.
alive at that point, so
Yeah,
who
so
knows
he could
what
be.
happened with.
So
that
guys, I
guy.
have something very frustrating to tell you, and that is that we were talking, so those of you listening aren't aware of this, but we were talking about taking a bit of a break between season 2 and season 3. All of the stuff with Phil Sullivan's family is in season 3. So like, it's not a spoiler, but it's like so you'll have to wait a little while for that.
All right, so you're just gonna dangle that hook of, hey guys, you want season 3? You want it? You
Uh-huh.
want it?
That's how we get the subs. Okay,
Oh.
so well, Chad, what do you guys think? How many beats do you think you guys should get tonight? So let's say you did one.
Oh,
You did good role playing. You had a lot of fun. You rescued a dog. That's one always.
Always.
I'm
I
gonna give
didn't
you.
satisfy either of my short terms.
Yeah, me neither.
We gained one from chat, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
And we also gain one or possibly multiple for the exceptional successes during Sisker Da.
Hmm.
Because you said we were on the secret hunt, right?
Oh God,
Yeah.
I did.
Did.
And then we had
uh,
multiple exceptional successes there, and I can't remember how many. I had one. I know Christine had one.
Okay,
Well, I had
so
a few, I think.
okay, so here's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna average it, and I'm gonna give you guys a full experience plus 1 beat, so 6 beats total.
Cool. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
50 beats. No,
Ooh, that
no,
puts
no.
me at an even 3 experience.
So going down the list, so real quick, Brighton, make a good impression on another pack. Not quite yet.
No.
That's next session. Bond with child. Not quite yet, but maybe.
Nope.
Ah!
How is
In your memory, did you drug the baby with Argentium? You guys
No.
aren't using it?
no,
Oh God!
I am standing up as alpha for that. We are not touching the child with that stuff.
You probably get a wicked headache.
He'd get a wicked headache.
They did adults
mean,
on, or they
there's
did
a
testing
virus
on
to do with
adults,
headache.
not children.
Weren't you talking about murdering this kid like 2 weeks ago?
Kate has not
Okay.
brought that up.
Right.
Okay, I
Oh,
feel like
sorry, that
that
was-
just hit like the become alpha because you just laid down the law.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say that condition is fulfilled. Gain a beat.
Yeah,
Sweet.
you just laid down the law and
Good job.
dared us to like fight you on that.
Good job. Is anybody
There
gonna?
you go. You're alpha now. Thank
When are we
God.
having the blowout of Kate going like, "Don't fucking tell me what to do"?
That's next session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fight. So let's start a fight.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Because Kate will start a goddamn fight over that.
Start a riot.
Like-
Okay.
Yeah.
Claire, did you hurt someone you care about? Not this session, but next
Not this
session.
session.
By the way, did you understand? Does Caitlin or Claire, either one, understand what happened? What that means when your auspice brands are burned?
So Claire doesn't. Caitlin has an idea.
Okay, then you can just wait on that.
Okay.
Okay. So
Sweet. I have 8 XP now.
But I
Fun
lost a
times.
fight and I reconnected with my mom's side of the family.
Okay,
Nice.
so that's great. So that's going to be an extra beat for that. Then Kate, start a fight. Nope. Meddle in Carly's love life. That's next
No.
session. And fuck up the pure. That's coming. So
Yeah.
you'll get that. So fail at kid Megan didn't really come up. Hunt a human didn't come up, but might come up if you go and team up with Taco.
Taco!
Taco team.
Team Taco.
Taco!
Because-
We are collecting so many dogs. Our totem's a dog. We now have another dog spirit. We have 2 dogs, like
And then
physical
we have to still have
dogs.
to get ourselves out of the goddamn
And one cat.
facility, unless we get out of there.
No,
just
is it one
fine.
cat if it has 2 faces?
No.
No,
Captain
no,
Mr.
I meant
Sausage.
Mr.
Oh,
Captain
Captain
Mr.
Mr.
Sausage.
So then we have
Oh,
2.5 cats. Maybe.
No, the other cat fucked off.
I know, but maybe he'll come back if it thinks
He
we
was
can
just
do
like,
it.
screw you all. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's going to be it for this session of Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. And I think, I'm just going to double check that real quick. Caitlin, you're the one that has the weird schedule.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be it's actually gonna be okay. I'll let you know.
Okay. And then are we going to do the 27th or are we taking the holiday week off?
Oh, we should probably take that weekend off.
Yeah.
Let's
I-
plan to not do it. And then if
Okay.
next session is
Yeah.
so juicy we can't wait, we'll talk about it next session.
Sure. That
Okay.
sounds good.
So
Yeah.
we're going to say for the audience, for you guys, probably our next game is going to be the 13th, and then not again until like the 3rd or 10th of January because we're going to take some holidays.
Holiday
Yeah.
time.
I'm
streaming
enjoying. I'm
Mondays
looking
in a
forward
row.
to like having a full day in which I can just read,
Yeah,
not do
Nice.
anything else.
and I promise.
No responsibilities.
The season has about 3 to 4 sessions left in the season. I promise we will be killing off those side plots. So you'll be getting most of them out of the way.
Sweet.
I just have to pull the drawstring on the pouch, basically. So from all of us here at Dork Tales, thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Be sure to give us a follow if you're on Twitch. Give us a subscribe if you're on YouTube. Give us a subscribe if you're on Twitch. Give us a follow if you're on... That doesn't work. But you can also follow us on social media so you're up to date in case any of our games change or if you want to suggest some ideas. You can also... check out our other games. We have Hunter the Vigil game that actually touches on some of these things because all of our Chronicles of Darkness games are inside of the same world. All sorts of moving parts work together. Even our Extra Life games, which the Extra Life Demon the Descent game is going to be launched, I think, on Tuesday. I think it goes up. I've already got it scheduled. So it'll be up in the next day or so, and that even has some stuff with changelings and werewolves maybe attached to it. Little references for the clever.
That one's really good.
It was a fun game.
It was a really good story.
And you can always come join us on Discord, and it'd be great to actually spend some time with you. Thank you so much for tuning in, DMF Saint, Soul Omen, Diggy Blog. I always say Diggity Blog, but it's Diggy Blog.
Diggity Blog.
And Huanka and everybody else. And it's been fantastic having you here. Follow us. Makes us feel good. And with that, let's say good night, Pack. Good night, Pack.
Oh,
A woo indeed. Good night, everybody.